What's up, everyone? Hello. Sorry, tennis be running late sometimes. Tennis be running late. I tell you, man, that forehand is getting better. My forehand is getting much better. Woo! I tell you what. Yeah, we don't know. All right, you might see me on TV one day, okay? You think almost 40 is too old to start training to be a professional tennis player? Guess we'll find out, huh? I guess we'll find out. Welcome on in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Second poly live of the day. The first one was kind of slow, but I actually had fun. I had fun just sitting around BSing with you guys. I think I'm gonna start doing that on Wednesdays. I'm just I think I'm just gonna start doing that on Wednesdays. I'm gonna get on early. We get some callers. If not, I think we're just gonna hang out. So if you missed the live earlier, it was a fun little live. Just hanging out. So, animal hair. Something. Animal hair, fuzzy, something. I think I just literally cleaned my glasses and just touched my lens. A special kind of dumb right there. Special kind of, yeah, fuck it. Guys, I've tried pickleball. Pickleball is fine. I enjoy playing pickleball. It's a good time. Tennis is way more fun. Oh my god, tennis is so much more fun. Tennis is significantly more fun. It's not even. Yeah, thank you for the encouragement, Corey. Thank you for the encouragement. I think I need to do a little reshuffle of the way I have my stuff set up over here. I think I'm gonna. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm gonna reshuffle. Yeah, let's try that out over there. Let's try that. That way I can see some more comments over here. Yeah, come on in, y'all. Say hi. Say something in the comment section. Hit that like button. Yeah, I tell you what, man. I tell you what. Tennis is fun. And again, like I said, I liked playing pickleball. Pickleball is kind of like tennis if you don't want to move too much. Encouragement, dork. What's the darkiest thing? So yeah, I'm learning over here. My forehand is definitely getting better. And I did actually used to play racquetball. I actually played racquetball for quite a long time. I really loved racquetball. Good time. That's something I should really get back into. That's a really good point. I haven't played racquetball in a minute. I actually might still have all my racquetball stuff someplace. I don't know. But yeah, I used to play racquetball all the time. I mean, I had this old boss, and he used to play, and so he invited me out to play with him one day, and I was just like, okay, and so I started playing, and I wouldn't play super often, but whenever I played, man, I would get into it. Good times. I'm not against pickleball. Pickleball is fun. I'm not saying it's not fun. It is fun. It's just I like tennis much more. And it's the movement I enjoy. It's the lots of movement. It's the running after stuff and doing like the huge, I don't know. A lot of technique involved too. Lots of technique. Lots and lots. Anywho, well, come on in. Phone lines are open. Guest request box is open. So if you still support Trump, you can jump in. Dude, guys, you guys are it's more like serve, wait than vol. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I see that. I said I enjoyed playing pickleball. It's definitely very I think pickleball is more social. You know? I think it's more social. Where tennis is more like competitive. I think that's a great way to put it. Are pickles involved? Yes. Yes. You have to have a pickle every match. Yeah. How you have that pickle, that's on you, okay? I'm not here to judge. All right. We'll do whatever you got to do. All right. That's not my place, you know? So you have that, you do with that what you will. That's the way I see it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you do with that what you will. People are saying. Why is truth? Oh, what's up, truth? Why is? I don't accept that. All right. Anywho, yeah, welcome to the second live of the day. Let's get this thing started. Let's get some likes. Let's get some chats. Let's get some maybe some heart me's, maybe some little gifts in here. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing going. Let's start having some fun in here. Let's get this thing wild out. Let's get this thing wild out. You know, let's get this thing moving. You know, let's get this thing. Let's get amped up in here. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in here. Everybody, let's get into it. Get started. Tati, thank you so much for the galaxy. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Man, there's a lot of whining for MAGA in my chat and not a lot of coming up on the stream to talk to me. Just thought I'd let you know. There's a whole lot of whining, okay? I know you guys think that you guys are sending us stuff up here and like they're like, "Oh, Paulie really cares and pays attention." All I see you doing is going, "Wham, wham, 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 wham. I'm too afraid to talk to Paulie." All you little MAGAs in my chat, that's all I hear from you guys. This is the sound that it makes in my ear when I read your comment. It's just like that's what it sounds like to me. Okay, if you got something to whine about, you can't even come up and say it to me, then you don't actually believe it, or you know it's a lie, and you're just a bot. You know, or you know it's just a lie, and you know it's a lie and you're just a bot. Okay. Which I understand. I get it. I don't know what it's like to be a bot like you, but you know, I can empathize. I'm not going to, but I could. You know. That's the one thing I'll say for everybody who comes up here who talks to me. You know, some of them aren't the best, some of them are the worst, some of whatever. There's varying degrees of people that talk to me. Okay. But at least they have the balls to do so. You know? At least they have the balls to do so, unlike these little bots that sit in my comments. You guys like my I don't know where his hat went. Where did his hat go? His hat fell. Hold on, his hat fell. There it is. Now we have Trump in here. yell at Paulie in the comments, but I'm not gonna come up and say anything to him. Wah, wah, wah. That's what it sounds like to me. That's all you guys sound like to me. Because you know you can't defend anything you have to say. Okay? And you know most of the shit you're saying is just horse shit. And you're just over here lying. And that's why you're scared. And that's why you're scared. They're too shit. I understand. Look, if I was them, I wouldn't want to talk to me either. Okay? Because I'm gonna do things and ask you, like, why do you believe what you believe? Why do you think that's a good thing? And then it's just, then they have no answer. I'm gonna ask some really, really hard questions, like, why do you think that? You know? I'm gonna ask some really tough questions, like, why do you think that? Or how old are you? Sometimes that's a rough one for them. Sometimes how old are you is a really rough one. Yeah. Why do you constantly think about male genitalia, like with most of your life? You know? That's another great question. Why do you just have men's junk on the brain all the time? You know? Little stuff like that. Just randomly little things. Just random little things. Because that's mostly what I think about. It's like, yeah, somebody else has a penis and I don't like it. That's like 50% of the things I get. It's, yeah, there was someone else with a penis someplace and I want to talk about it. Where somebody I don't know and doesn't affect me. Well, someplace else playing something and I want to talk about their wiener. That's what most of them sound like to me. It's childish. You're right, Dunk. I do think it's childish when you guys do that. I agree. Childish is a great word for people like you. I agree. Okay? 100%. I completely agree. All right? To sit up there just be whining about somebody else's wiener, like, it's just strange, bro. You know, for the party who's like literally consistently against like says they're against like trans people and gay people and it's just dick on the brain, bro. I know this is why they keep crashing fucking Grinder every time there's an RNC convention someplace. It's just that's why they keep crashing Grinder every time there's an RNC convention. Because they sit around in the RNC convention and they're just like, wah, 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 people's wieners, wah, 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 wah. And as soon as they get out of there, they're like, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, wiener, 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 wiener. They talk about it too much. You know, they can't get it off the brain. Just wiener, 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 wiener. Sorry. Oh. Oh, they're definitely visual thinkers, okay? They're definitely visual thinkers. Trust me, okay? Trust me, all right? The amount of times these guys come up here and hit on me, wild. All right? The amount of times these guys come up here and be like, yeah, oh, I want to talk about your beard or your muscles or your hair. Polly, let's talk about your brown, pretty skin and how beautiful your eyes are. You see how your eyes just glisten like that? You want to talk about some wieners with me? You want to talk about some wieners with me? I'm like, no, I don't. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm good. I'd rather talk about things like, the wars we're in or how bad the economy's doing. And they're just like, wiener, 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 wiener. Yeah. I guess I don't know if that's fatherless behavior or motherless behavior, or maybe your father and your mother were just too close of friends. Right? Maybe your father and mother maybe grew up in the same house. and like maybe they had to share a room, or maybe they had rooms right next to each other, and they called each other. They had special names for each other, like brother and sister, um, and things like that. Like they called each other like brothers, and that just like evolved into like like sexy, and then it turned into wifey, and stuff like that. And then you guys came out, and you guys were just like wieners. Carlos, I love this comment. This is probably one of my favorite comments. It says, I love wieners, and I don't even talk about them like that. We found out was it last night's live? Yeah, it was last night's live where we found out that if you ask ChatGPT to tell you what the healthcare coverage is for a brother and a sister that's married, it doesn't even blink. It's like, oh yeah, like this is a question we get all the time. Yeah, it's like, hey, Alabama, how does healthcare work when the mother and father are brother and sister? Like, how does healthcare work? And it's like, oh, got this, dude. I get this question freaking 20 times a day. I have this one saved as a favorite in Alabama. All right. I have this one saved as a favorite. We don't even need to look far. All right. We don't even need to look far. All right. I got that one on quick dial. Probably because it's probably because I live close enough to like, Alabama and stuff like that. That it's like, oh yeah, close enough. Like there's been some people that have like, there's been a lot of people that trickle down. You're still good in your area. Wild. Anyhow, it was weird. We had to put it in because we were talking to someone from Alabama about healthcare, and I just typed it in, and they were just like, and it was just like, yep, and it just kicked up just immediately. Didn't even blink on it, Didn't even blink on it. It didn't even try to be like, oh, maybe we should, maybe we should look into this. Nope, nothing. If you were over on the clock app, I do have 2 more gifts in my gift gallery. It's the Desert Blitzy and the Sea Cooper. I don't know how big of gifts those are, and it won't let me pin them to the gift gallery. But if you'd like to help me clear that out, I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. It would really mean a lot to me. For you guys over on the tubes, thank you so much for chatting, for saying hi in here. You guys only have to hit that like button once, which is so much better. But please do that if you haven't already. Come in, chat, say hi, say where you're from if you're new. I'll try to shout out as many people I see that are new to the live. And we're gonna bring up some callers in just a moment. And try to and start having the live. Yeah. But welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Okay, enough with the wieners. Now we're going to talk about wieners more, okay? I was actually done with that conversation, but but if that's the case, then I'll just bring it up more. We'll just spend we can make this whole show about it. I mean, if I let enough MAGA up, they're gonna make the whole show about it anyway. Is this dude's name Uncle Grandpa?
Yo, what's up?
Your name is Uncle Grandpa?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so you know all about what I'm talking about over here.
What are you talking about? I just joined your live.
Oh, you from Alabama?
No, I'm from California, you dumbass.
We were just talking about how in Alabama they like to marry their brothers and sisters.
You look like the product of that.
Okay. Well, anyways, so why are you an Uncle Grandpa?
Because it was too tiring being your daddy, bro. Your mom got old, bro. She's stale, bro. She's loose. My bad.
She's 80, so yeah, I'd assume so.
I know, and I broke through it, and I decided to drop her off at 80 and just left her at the retirement home.
How old are you, sir?
Half your grandma's age plus 2.
Wow, you can do math. So you're 42 and act like a fucking 12-year-old?
Yeah, bro. Look at your ears, bro. You look like Mickey Mouse. You look like fucking woke ass Mickey Mouse.
I look like broke ass Mickey Mouse.
Dude, that's a
You know,
Freudian slip there, bro. I didn't
that's
say broke. I didn't say broke, bro. You said it. I didn't say broke, bro.
oh,
I
that's
didn't
what it
say
sounded
broke,
like.
homie.
That's what it sounded
You're
like you
stupid,
said,
then.
sir.
My bad. I didn't realize that the IQ I was dealing with was 4, bro. My bad. I'll
No,
mute myself
sir.
though, so you can go and do your thing, bro.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm enjoying talking to you. Where'd you go, sir? Here, I'm inviting you to unmute. I'm having a good time talking to you. Unmute your microphone. Oh, don't run away scared now.
Oh no, dude. I was just letting you talk. You kept trying to talk over me, bro. I
Okay.
don't like
So
that.
are
I
you
like
really
to,
42?
Yeah.
What year were you born?
Did you have another question?
What year were you born?
1983.
1983. So I'm 39, and it's just curious
Okay.
to me. No, it's just curious to me because I'm 39, and later this year I'll turn 40, like in December, right? And I was just wondering, like, was it just like you turned 40
Cool story, bro.
and
Can
you
you be
became
fast?
like a complete child, or did you like take time
Bro,
afterwards?
your story's
Like,
so
did
slow.
it take like a while for you to gain this fucking dementia that you have, where you act like a complete 4-year-old, or were you just always like this? Did your IQ take a slow downfall to nothing, or was it like really, really quick? I'm just curious because I want to know how it's gonna fail when I turn 40, and I just don't want to end up like you.
That's a loaded question, so I'm
Yeah, but I didn't think that you would. Man, you came up here talking a whole lot of shit for somebody that couldn't handle it the second you got the smallest bit of pushback. That's crazy. That's great. You came up running your mouth a whole fucking lot for somebody that as soon as you got a little pushback, fucking started getting real fucking quiet. But again, it's that uncle grandpa stuff. Your uncle grandpa was probably the person that fucking, that birthed you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're probably the person that fucking had you. They had that geriatric DNA mixed with the sister DNA. And it probably just turned out to somebody who, doesn't have the IQ that's, that's as many fingers as they have, which is probably less than 5 also. But, incest does that to people after a while. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Guys, give it up for Uncle Grandpa. All right? Give it up for Uncle Grandpa. Give it up for Uncle Grandpa. He's a great time on the live. Great time on the live. Now, if we have anybody with all of their brain cells that voted for Trump specifically, I'd love to have you up on here. I'd love to have you up on here. I actually thought that was going to be fun. We were talking about fun stuff that had to do with his people. I really thought that we were going to have fun on that. It's a shame that he was was 12 years old inside. Someone should probably actually check his following list. He probably got some creepy stuff. Hello, how are you? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, they're not there. They're not there. All right, we're going to see if we have any Trump support. Again, if you're a Trump supporter and you'd like to call in on the live or join the guest request box, come on up. We'll have a good time. If you want to be like Uncle Grandpa, go back to your family reunion. Find somebody that loves you, I'm sure that's where most of the people that you date come from. So, yeah, cover your drinks around that guy, especially if you're related to him. Cover your drinks around that guy, especially if you're related to him. That's for sure. If you're not, you're probably safe. All right, to be completely honest with you, if you're not, you're probably safe. All right, you'll know him because he'll be the one going like this. Polly, your ears look funny. Polly, I want to talk about how your ears look funny. It's so funny. Guys, I crack myself up. God, Polly, you look like Mickey Mouse. You're so funny. God, he's stupid. Anyways. So stupid. Oh, sorry. If you come up here and you're just, man, you're just gonna be rude, and I'm gonna be rude with you. You know what I'm saying? We can be rude. I'd rather have a conversation with somebody that wants to be an adult, but if you want to act like a child, we can do that too.
No, I'm not trying to join, Polly. Sorry.
You're good. Bye-bye. All right. Again, y'all, phone lines are open. Guest request box is open. Yeah, I had some guy earlier on my live being like, man, you guys used to be so passive. He's like, I liked you guys better when you were passive. It was like, well, you made us this way. So you made us this way. All right. We tried to be passive and nice to everybody, and you guys just tried to take advantage of that. So this is what you get. You know?
Hello.
I'm sorry. Why are you yelling at me and I haven't even introduced you to the live yet?
Sorry.
Thank you. Hi, how old are you?
24.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to be this rude the entire conversation?
No, sir.
All right, awesome. Why do you still support Trump?
Because the shark can scare away the fish.
I'm sorry, Confucius, what was that?
The shark can scare away the fish.
The frog jumps slower than the kangaroo. I don't know. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
See, you're crashing out, dude. You're funny, man.
Is this what when I was a kid, when they talked about your brain on drugs, is this what it sounded like? Is this what they were talking about?
It's when you have like a case of something very.
How old did you say you were?
What?
How old did you say you were?
You forgot already.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you said someone that was like above the age of 18, and now you sound like someone who's below the age of 15. So I just had to verify.
Really?
Yes.
I think you're a minor.
Would you like me more then or something? Fucking weirdo. Jesus. Fucking, this is literally some like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Fucking weird shit. Dude, they warned us about this. Okay? They warned us about this when we were in school. They said, don't do drugs. They cracked the egg. They took the eggs and they went crack and they went, and you saw it sizzle there. Okay? And you saw it sizzle. And it was like, that's your brain on, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. All right. And then that guy went and did it anyway. Then he went and did it anyway. Dude, you need to have some educated individuals calling. As soon as the educated individuals want to start calling, they can. I don't think there's any of them left. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Walt, hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. How old are you?
Oh, geez. I'm older than you. I'm 58.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Well, my thing is, I mean, I don't mind what he's doing. What he's doing for this. No, I mean, I don't mind what he's doing, like because something needed to be done in Iran. And, as inhumane as it may seem, something needed to be done,
Why?
Prior.
Well, I don't disagree with you that something needed to be done. But just because something needed to be done doesn't mean that this needed to be done.
Well, guess what? Think about this. What other way could something be done?
Yeah, through diplomatic processes like Obama did.
You know what? From what these people do over there, and it's it's a horrible thing because I'm sure not all Iranian people are bad. I can promise you that they're not all bad. I guarantee that they're not all bad. But it's the majority of the people over there that cause havoc throughout the world, and
How
something
many people
needed to
are
be done.
How many people are in Iran?
I've got no idea.
So you're just saying half of an unknown amount of people that you don't even know how many there are? Why don't you take a guess?
You want me to guess how many people are in Iran? I couldn't.
Yeah.
Listen, I couldn't give you an educated guess because I have no clue.
Well, sir,
I
then
really
if you
don't.
have no idea how many people are there and couldn't even give me an educated guess on how many people are there, then how are you going to say that half the people there are bad?
because I believe that's true. Half the people are bad, you know, not all, but I would say most of them are, you know. You
And
look at how they march up and down streets, death to America. You know, they protest like that here in our own country.
so you're
Death to
saying that just
America.
because somebody doesn't like the US, they're bad?
They do a lot
No,
more
no,
than
that's what you
just
just said, sir.
protest.
You
They
said they
do a
protest
lot.
up and down the street saying, "Oh, Iran, USA is bad," and then you're just like, "Oh, well, that means half the people there are bad people." There are 92 million people in Iran, sir. You're saying 45 million people are all horrible people. Okay, that's
Yeah.
larger than what I think every fucking state in the United States by a long shot. That'd be
Yeah.
like you saying all of Texas is bad.
No, I didn't say all of Iran was bad. I said I would
No,
say
sir.
I didn't
How
say, I
many
didn't
people
say
are?
all.
Huh,
I didn't say
no,
all.
no, no, sir.
You're talking percentages. We're not talking.
You
Yeah,
said
half.
half of all of Iran. Is Texas all of the United States?
No, of course not.
Then you would be like you saying all of Texas. Let's see. Texas has has 31 million people in it. So you're saying that a Texas-sized amount of people in Iran, actually more than that, right? More than that, because they half of their people would be 45, 46 million, right? So you're saying like Texas, all of Texas and Arizona's size amount of people all together is bad in the country.
I
All
would say
combined.
I would say 50%. Would that be more like better for you to
No, sir.
grasp
That's what
on?
I'm talking about. I am talking about the 50%. I don't think you quite grasp how many 50% is. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think you understand. I don't think you grasp how many people 50% of Iran is.
Regardless, it's irrelevant. I think, okay, so listen, in this world, okay, I don't know. I mean, and I'll ask you this: do you think, like, all the people that you've met your entire life, what percentage of you think those people are assholes?
Are assholes, sir? We're not talking
Yeah.
about people being assholes. You're talking about people doing bad things across the world. Enough.
No,
and,
no,
and,
no,
no,
no.
no, 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 no,
I'm
no,
asking.
no,
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 you're not
no,
answering
no,
my
no.
question.
You're not letting me finish a sentence, and you're gonna let me finish a fucking sentence.
Okay,
Thank
you
you.
can curse if it makes you feel better.
It does. Are you gonna whine about it?
No, I'm not. I'm just
All right,
saying, if
then
you
shush.
feel the need to cuss,
Then
that's
shush.
fine.
Shh.
Okay,
if you would
okay,
feel the
Daddy.
need to be quiet, that would also be helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Well, if you would be a little bit more mature and talk like a normal human
Sir,
being
if you
instead of
stop cutting
cussing,
people off, then I
thank
wouldn't
you.
fucking have to.
No, you cut. Okay, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are you done now?
Oh, I'm never done, but go ahead.
Well, can I ask you a question? Why does MAGA just like never mature?
For the same reason why Democrats don't
I've started
mature.
4 different sentences in this conversation. Every single one, 5 words in, you've cut me off. Every single one. And then when I just stop you to try to finish my sentence, you whine about me trying to finish a sentence. And you call me immature.
So go ahead, speak. No, because you cuss. That's why I called you immature.
Oh, fuck you. I'll cuss all I want.
Oh, that's real mature. That's typical of a Democrat. But go ahead, speak.
Yeah, you do realize that they've done studies and shown that people that curse actually are more intelligent, right?
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I just thought it's a more immature, intelligent thing. I don't know what it just shows lack of intelligence because you can't
No, it
fill
doesn't.
your words with normal, you have to cuss to fill in words. That shows
No, it
you
actually shows that I have a much more mature understanding of the English language and being able to use it correctly.
because you say cuss words, that means
sir.
you understand. No, that means you have lack of intelligence because you listen. Go ahead and speak on your point.
Are you going to let me now?
I just said to you, go ahead and speak on your point.
Okay. Anyways,
Go ahead.
I'm just going to throw this up on the screen just for everybody else. This is from the Cleveland Clinic, and this is where they did a study in 2022 to show that cursing is a sign of intelligence.
Oh my God! Well, can you just make your point about what we're talking about?
Sir, I could have been through 6 points if you weren't cutting me off all the time. You don't get to cut me off the whole time and then whine about me when I talk about what you want to talk about. Shush. Your tone policing is disgusting.
My who?
Tone policing.
Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh, there is. When you go onto my live and then try to tell me how I'm allowed to talk or speak or act as if you're somehow in control of what's going on here, as if you were like forced at gunpoint to come up on my live when I've been cursing this entire time that I've been on. And you think that now I'm supposed to bend the way I speak to accommodate you? That's called tone policing. Okay? If you don't like the way I talk or the way I handle myself in this live, then fucking leave. But don't sit down here and whine about it.
I thought you wanted to make a point.
Did you hear what I just said?
I heard what you said, but
Then respond that you either want to stay and you'll stop whining.
You've deflected.
Okay, or you won't. No, I will move on with the point. What? Because I don't want to hear through the rest of this conversation. I don't want to hear you whine about me cursing again. Okay.
Okay,
So either
no
say
problem.
you don't care about me cursing and we can move on, and you'll stop whining about it, or or not. Either way.
Okay. So
Perfect. Thank you. So
yes,
the
you
entire
can
point of Iran
speak-
and what
yes, you
I'm
can
trying to
speak
make my
however
point
you
here.
want.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. So what I was saying is, yes, the government of Iran is bad. And yes, we should do stuff about that. But guess what? The government of Iran isn't being changed right now. We're actually negotiating with the same government that was doing all the bad stuff before. Actually, the specific people that were suppressing the Iranian people and keeping away their freedom, those are the people that we're negotiating with. Okay, so they're still going to be in charge of Iran well after we're leaving this war is all done. So they're still going to be chanting death to America, because the reason why they chant death to America in Iran is because we went in there and took out their democratically elected leaders and installed a different leader anyway, which led to the Islamist government, which is in power right now. So the reason why they don't have rights and the reason why they don't have democracy in Iran is because of us. Okay. And we are allowing the same people that are still doing that to the Iranian people, the same people, okay, are still going to be in charge, and we're still allowing them to keep power. Okay. So what I'm saying, sir, is that nothing that we are doing is changing the problem that you're saying exists.
No, because you're right. Nothing's going to change, and it doesn't matter who our president is and who went over there. We would go over there, do our thing, and once we turned our backs, they would go back to being Iranians and doing the supporting the terrorism and all that stuff. You
Perfect.
know.
Then why are we at war over there? If nothing is going to change, regardless of whether we went over there and went to war, then why are we wasting billions of dollars going to war?
Well, is there something like a nuclear facility that they're trying to develop over there that we're trying to take out?
We apparently took out all their nuclear facilities in June of last year.
Right. Now, it's also documented that Obama has said it, Clinton has said it, both Hillary and Bill and Kamala Harris, I can't believe I said her name right, and Joe Biden all said the same thing that Trump said. Now, when Trump did something about it, now all of a sudden everybody's against Trump for doing it. And
what did he do about it? They are still a threat. They are still the same threat that they were under Obama, under Hillary Clinton, when Hillary Clinton said it, when Biden said it. That's the point. They're saying that they were a threat, and I'm asking you what this war did to call that threat, because it's nothing. That's what I'm saying, sir. I'm not saying they weren't a threat. I'm not saying they weren't bad. I'm not saying they don't chant death to America. I'm not saying they don't fund terrorist proxies. I'm not saying any of those things. I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that Iran is good, because they're not. I'm saying that this war isn't doing anything to fix that. We are wasting billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of American taxpayer dollars that we could have spent actually giving people cheaper health care, okay, in order to do nothing that fixes the problem. The best case scenario that we're going to get out of this is exactly what Donald Trump pulled us out of that Obama had already negotiated.
I don't know. The whole thing, to me, the whole thing's like crazy. And the one thing that, I stopped voting for presidents a long time ago, because to me, my belief is it doesn't matter who's in office. Democrat, Republican, you and I are still getting screwed. And it's the wealthy that are benefiting. Because there's nothing that Biden did that directly helped you. Just like there's nothing that nothing that Trump
No,
did.
yes, there is. There's things
Well,
directly
hold
that
on, hold
Biden
on,
did.
hold
No, you're
on.
saying there's
Okay.
things, nothing that Biden
Wait.
did that directly helped me, and that's a lie.
Okay, so when I want to fucking talk, I'd like you to shut the fuck up so I can speak. How do you
Well,
doing that?
then don't say that nothing helped me. You can say nothing he did helped you,
Well, no, but
but
you
don't
didn't
say
let
that
me.
nothing
You
that he
did
did
it.
helped
You
me,
did.
because he did
You
tons of shit
didn't.
that helped me.
You didn't let me finish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
Please
okay.
continue.
So,
Tell me all about how I feel about things.
shush the fuck
No,
up.
go ahead.
Just
Tell
like
me
you
how I
said to
feel
me.
about things. I'm waiting, sir.
Okay, are you gonna shut the fuck up so I can
Yeah, I'm
speak
waiting
now?
on you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
now, yeah, all of a sudden you curse now? That's crazy.
Well, no,
You know what?
no, it's
Somebody once
okay.
told me that that's a sign of low intelligence, right?
Right? No, well, you just
No,
opened it up,
just
so
throwing
I'm
that out
doing it
there.
because
Yeah.
you're doing it. Well, you
Oh,
could throw it
gotcha.
out. That's
Oh.
like pissing
If I
in the
jumped off a
wind.
cliff,
You're
would you
gonna
do that too?
Well, it depends. Like, how high is the cliff? Is there water underneath? You know, do I have a parachute, or I have a rock? I don't know. Maybe. What if we're cliff diving? Then yeah. Or if I had a parachute and we were out hang gliding, yeah, I would. So the bottom line is, until you realize whoever's in office, we're all fucked. Because this country's so fucked that instead of the Democrats and Republicans fighting each other, we should bond together and be at peace with each other, which it should be like. There
No.
shouldn't be any separation.
No.
But unfortunately, there is.
Yeah, it's your fault too.
Oh yeah, it's hey, I got middle child syndrome. I've been blamed for everything, but that's a new one. I haven't been blamed for something that
Did you vote for
big.
Trump?
No, I didn't vote for anybody.
Oh, then you're definitely the problem.
Oh, well, oh yeah, voting for Kamala would have been much better.
Yes.
No, it wouldn't. Okay, yeah, okay, and you can pull up your stats and say, I don't think so. I think whoever's in office.
I don't need to pull up my stats, sir. And let me ask you a question, sir. Is sexual assault bad?
Of course it is.
Oh, so if you have two people that one sexually assaults someone and one doesn't, which one's better?
Which one's better? I don't know. Maybe somebody made a mistake in their life, and maybe.
What if they were accused of that almost 30 times and bragged about doing it?
Well, that wouldn't make somebody a good person.
Oh, okay. But you decide not to look at that person, Donald Trump, who was literally found in court to have sexually assaulted someone, who has over almost 30 allegations of sexual assault, who brags about sexual assault, and then you looked at him and went, nope, I'm not going to vote for the other person because both sides are bad. That woman over there, she's brown and has a funny laugh. That's pretty much the same to me.
Well, she sounded like an idiot.
Oh, sounded like an idiot yeah, that's pretty even a sexual assault to you, huh?
I'm just saying, there's no winner in it.
Yes, there is.
Well,
there might not be a winner, but there sure is a loser. And the loser is the American people, because people like you sat on your ass and decided not to vote, playing this dumb both sides argument. Okay, looking at one of the most qualified people to ever run for the presidency in Kamala Harris and looking her and being like, she sounded funny. And then instead freaking sitting at home and allowing a freaking sexual assaulter, a freaking felon, somebody who defrauds children with cancer, who starts wars, who freaking is all over the freaking Epstein files. Like that person, you looked at those two people and you were like, well, she's brown and sounds funny. So I guess I don't know who to vote for. I guess I don't know who to vote for, which is nuts. Like, it's truly nuts. Like, it's real. It's like literally a measure of insanity.
So you're saying that because she was brown, that's a reason. Why are you saying that? Why would you make that accusation?
She was a idiot. She was
an idiot. She's an idiot. She's an idiot. She's an idiot.
I'm sorry, sir. What qualifications do you have to call Kamala Harris an idiot? What do you have? What qualifications? Just answer this question. What qualifications do you have to call someone, okay, with a dual bachelor's, went to law school, passed the hardest bar to pass in the United States, the hardest bar exam, become a freaking DA, become a district's attorney, right? For it to prosecute people, become a district attorney, become a senator, becomes the vice president of the United States. Okay, please tell me what qualifications you fucking have to tell someone with all of those qualifications dumb.
Because I'm a black woman. That's why.
Regardless of what you want to think about yourself, sir, what are your qualifications?
listen,
No,
my
answer my
qualifications.
fucking question. What is your
I,
qualifications to call someone like that stupid? Like, watch.
just,
I'll give you an example.
just
I'll give
no,
you a
no.
quick example. No,
No.
no, no,
I'm
no, no, no.
answering your question.
No, no, you're fucking not. No, you're fucking not. See, this is what you have. You fucking go straight to identity politics. Okay. The second you don't have an answer because you're sitting there calling someone dumb who you couldn't even fucking hold a candle to. And I know that because I couldn't hold a candle to Kamala Harris in any way, shape, and form because she is much more accomplished and much more intelligent than I am. And I'm making you look like a fucking fool. Okay? And I'm making you look like a complete fucking fool. All right? So you don't have a qualifications to call anybody dumb. You don't have a qualification to call anybody dumb. Okay? But you sure as hell don't have the qualifications to call Kamala Harris dumb. Not even in a long shot. And if you think that she's dumb with all of the qualifications and all of the accomplishments and all the intelligence and all the things that she has done to show her intelligence, if you still think she's dumb, then you are either a racist, a misogynist, or both. That's the only answer.
What has Kamala Harris done?
I literally just gave you a list of accomplishments. This is how I know you're not smarter than Kamala Harris, because I literally just gave you a list of accomplishments and you don't even remember. That was literally 40 seconds ago. I don't even think that was 40 seconds ago. I don't even think that was 40 seconds ago that I just gave you a list of her accomplishments and you can't remember even right now.
No, I turned off the mic. I don't know, some reason I turned the microphone.
You can't even pronounce her name correctly. That's how much you can't hold a candle to her.
I can't pronounce Kamala Harris's name correctly.
Oh, you did it right once. You haven't done it right the whole time.
I know. I said it right before as well. But maybe you got some wax buildup in your ears. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, dude, she didn't do anything for this country. The 4 years she was vice president, she didn't. And what did she do?
She was the freaking co-signer on the largest infrastructure bill in American history. She specifically was put in charge of reducing asylum seeking from the Northern Triangle and reduce asylum seeking by 50% in this country. That's just to name a couple.
And that's what you think she did?
Even if it was just those two, that's more accomplished than Donald Trump has ever been. Kamala Harris, if she had just done those two things and that's it, which she did plenty more, especially as a senator and especially as the DA, right? She did more than that, and as the attorney generals and as the AG. Even if those were the only two things that she had done, she would be more accomplished than Donald Trump, even though Donald Trump's been president twice and she's been president 0 times. She would still have done more for this country than the person who is literally the president.
She hasn't done anything for this country. I don't care what you say.
Exactly.
You said something you read. You said something you read.
And you said something you read. I know. You don't know how to read. I apologize.
You know. What do you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You don't know how to read. And so me reading things is difficult for you. Okay. I understand that that's very, very difficult. Okay. But if you, again, sir, listen to the things that I said and you're still calling her dumb, okay, and you're still calling her dumb, then there has to be an ulterior motive to why you're saying that. And I can only think of one reason, because I know sure as fuck you're not calling Donald Trump smart. The dude talks at a 4th grade fucking level. Okay, his professor in college literally said that he was the dumbest student that he ever had. He was a C student in college. And the only reason he even made it to that much is because he had fucking money. And when you have money, they'll let you graduate for anything. Okay? But his literal college professor called him the dumbest student that he ever had.
I'm not saying
professors are like teachers, but for college.
Oh, but not all professors are teachers for college.
I know. I was just trying to break it down for you. I knew you probably didn't understand, so I was just trying to help you out.
Wow. Okay. So do you think
college is where you're supposed to go after high school if you're smart enough and you have the ability, financially and all sorts of stuff? Like college is after high school.
Now, what happens if college is not for everybody? Does that mean somebody's less intelligent?
No, but if two people go to college and one freaking went to law school and passed the hardest bar in the United States, and one was called the dumbest student they ever taught by their professors, who do you think is smarter?
I'm asking you the question. You didn't answer the question.
No,
I asked you the question first.
I'm
You
sorry.
answered my question with a question.
Why are we talking about whether two people are, or about people going to college or not going to college? Did either Kamala Harris or Donald Trump not go to college?
Why do you're not answering the question?
Sir,
You're deflecting. You're deflecting.
Yeah, because
you're deflecting.
trying to deflect.
Answer my question.
You're trying to
answer
deflect,
my
and
question.
I'm not letting
Does it
you.
make? Yeah, because you don't want to answer the question. No, you don't. No, you don't.
How about this?
No, you don't.
I will answer your question.
I'll say it again.
I'll say it again. I will answer your
clear
question.
the wax out of your ears, and I'll ask you the question.
All right, go
Does
for
that
it.
just?
All right. So what I was saying, sir, is the only way. Okay. What do you mean mute? Anyways, sorry then. What I was going to say is the only way that do you think going to college makes you smarter, or you have to be smart if you aren't smart, if you don't go to college. The only way that has any bearing on the conversation that we're having right now about Kamala Harris and Donald Trump is if one went to college. So if one didn't go to college. So if you can prove the relevance of your question, to the conversation we're having, I'll answer the question for you, okay?
The question was to you,
sir. Again,
does
sir,
it
did
mean
you not
that
hear me?
one? No, you didn't hear me. I asked you a question. No, you didn't.
Yeah,
you didn't answer. You didn't. No,
I heard
you didn't answer the question.
Yes, I know because of what I just said. I'll repeat it one more time, and if you don't hear me this time, I'll just hang up. Okay?
No, just.
No, I'm gonna repeat it again. I'm gonna repeat it again.
Don't repeat it. No, there's no point because
I don't care.
You're gonna continue.
If you can prove the relevance of your question to me, to the conversation that we're having, then I will answer the question. If not, you are pivoting, and I am not going to let you pivot. Last chance. Last chance. Either answer why that question is relevant in any way, shape, or form, okay? And I will answer it. If not, I'm just not, then what are we even talking about?
You said she passed this and she was a lot smarter than Donald Trump. Those are your words. And my thing was, well, just because someone goes to college or doesn't go to college, does that really make somebody smarter? Or maybe college wasn't really for everybody. That doesn't mean somebody's intelligence level is low because college is not for everybody. There's people that are very successful, wealthy people, smart people in this world that never went to college. But because Kamala Harris didn't do anything, she's smarter.
Actually, I've already named multiple things that she's done, sir.
Listen, you can say...
Not only have I named multiple things that she's done, I've named multiple things that she's done multiple times. And for you to continually say that she has done nothing is purposeful ignorance.
No, it's reality.
Either personal, it's either purposeful ignorance or it's racism and misogyny. That's it.
Oh, boy,
okay?
Here we go. I love how you label me. I'm just trying to have a conversation. You are labeling me.
No, you're just purposely being an idiot, and I'd have no time for that.
No, I'm just trying to have a conversation.
No, you're not, sir, because you keep saying she did nothing, and then I tell you things that she did, and then you keep saying she did nothing. I give you her accomplishments. You'll go, what accomplishments does she have? What you say she's an idiot? I give her all of your accomplishments on what she's done to make her not an idiot. You say she accomplished nothing as a vice president. I tell you things she accomplished as a vice president. You say she doesn't do this. I give you the answer. Every single thing that you say that she hasn't done, I gave you an answer that disputes it. And instead of actually responding to any of the things that I said, to responding to any of the accomplishments that Kamala Harris has done. Instead of responding to a single one of them, you just keep repeating that she's an idiot. You're not responding to anything that I'm saying. You're not trying to freaking, have a conversation about anything I'm saying. You're just sundowning and repeating the same thing you've said over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So you don't want to have this conversation. So you don't want to have her conversation. Yes, so you don't want
her speak.
Many, 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 many times. She is an incredibly intelligent woman, and I would much rather be listening to her speak than you speak right now.
Well, I mean, I'd probably would want to listen to somebody like that speak other than myself or like yourself either. It's the same. I'd rather listen to her than you. I don't even like her. And I don't even like Donald Trump.
Then why are you here
They both
listening to me?
suck. They both suck.
No,
And I
just you
think
do.
that so do you think that we should unite as a country or stay separated?
You're not uniting or separating. You're just staying out of the picture and then whining about it, and I have no time for that.
Do you think we should be united or we should stay separated?
I just answered your question. Did you not hear me?
No, you didn't answer the question.
Yes,
You
I
didn't
did.
answer-
Very
you-
plainly
you-
and clearly.
It's called deflecting.
I answered your question plainly and clearly.
You deflected.
Who do you want me to unite with, sir?
Well, with Republicans?
Are you a Republican?
No, I'm
Then
not even
you're
registered.
on the outside whining. That's why I said this has nothing to do with you, because you're not even a side to align with. You're just sitting on the outside looking at everybody smarter and more intelligent than you and then whining about everything that you're doing. You're a non-voter. You're a non-factor. Okay?
Give me a good
No.
delegate.
No.
Give me a good delegate.
No.
And then I'll vote.
Well, you had one and you chose not to. So,
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. All right. Well, I'm done
Well,
talking to
listen,
you. You're annoying.
have a
Okay?
great day. Happy holidays.
Go away.
I don't know how to go away.
Well,
Do you know how to go away?
Good thing you're so much smarter than Kamala Harris. Anyways. So much smarter than Kamala Harris and doesn't even know how to go away. Y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are being awesome, and I really appreciate you guys being here. Let's if you guys like to support the live, I do have super chats, super stickers. I have pay links in the bio, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics. I also have the sunglasses going on. We're almost halfway to hitting that. So if you got a few coins burning a hole in your pocket and would like to help support me and to keep lives like this going, I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to run through a couple super chats. If you still support Trump, you can call in on the number that's on the screen, or you can join the guest request box like the last person did. And we will keep this conversation going. Capo, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. That is absolutely huge. Thank you so much. Norbert, thank you so much for the $10 with the super chat. Said, thank you. I needed that laugh. Karamos, thank you so much for the $10. Said, Matthew, if you make it up to the plate, make sure you have sources ready. Polly will ask for them, and there won't be anyone to talk to avoid giving them to you. Good advice, Karamos. Good advice for anyone. Good advice for anyone. Thank you so much, Karamos. Milford, also thank you for the $5. Said it's your party. You can cuss if you want to. It's my party and I'll curse if I want to. Lovely Goddess also said at this point, Trump supporters just want to give Trump a participation trophy for being president. Also, he called you daddy. Oh, was that the guy earlier? Was that the guy earlier who called me daddy? I usually get one a night. Usually one person a night calls me daddy. It's usually weird. And Karamos thinks to give the $5 that if you think both parties are the same, look up Not the Same by Politics Girl. Oh, there you go. Look that up. Do the things. Do the things. They are fun. Do the things. They are fun. All right, we're going to keep this thing going. W's in the chat for everybody who helped support and everybody who sent those sunglasses earlier too. Honey, Toss Special. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Oh, excuse me. David, Mike, and anybody else that I got prior to that. So really appreciate you. Also, thank you, Zardos, Vicky, and I heard something go off and I don't see it in my thing. All right, we're gonna move on to the next person. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Why am I seeing this? Dancing Spider, thank you so much. I don't know why I am not seeing all of these popping up, and it's starting to concern me. It's starting to concern me. I don't know why. Did I mess something up? Is something not working? Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Oh, you're right. I support Daddy Trump.
That's weird. So why is that?
It's insane.
He's getting rid of all of our illegals in our country. He's doing the Lord's work. He's getting them out, deporting them. That's not making America great again. I don't know what is.
How is treating people poorly making America great again? Or are you just saying like when we
Well, they
used to be in like
figured our country
slavery and
closed
like
back
Jim
coming in here
Crow?
illegally.
Like, are you saying that U.S. has like a history of treating people really, really badly? And so you're like that's making me, or are you just like saying that like, the America has a huge history of treating black and brown people like miserably bad. And you're just like, yeah, I want to make America great again. Like when we used to go back and do that.
I believe that he's doing the Lord's work. These Mexicans are coming here to rape.
Okay, well, that's just disgusting.
Well, it's true.
Well, it's not, sir. You are much more likely to be sexually assaulted by a straight white male in this country. Are you a straight white male?
Oh, you're darn right I am.
No, yeah. So people should be much more afraid of you than anybody else in the United States. And I am afraid of you. Ladies, watch your drinks around this guy.
Hey, I support LGBT.
All right. Well, your accent's like not even really good. So I'm going to drop you. Your accent wasn't even a good one. And trust me, I live in the South. Okay? I live in the South, so I know what a good accent sounds like. And that wasn't even a good one. To be completely honest with you. I could probably do a better one myself. To be completely honest. I could probably do a better one myself. All right, we're going to move on to the next guest. Keep this thing going. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm chucking a whole bunch of stuff over here. But we're going to keep this thing moving. Again, y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. That does mean a lot to me. If we could just get one person or two people to hit that follow button, or maybe 12. 1, 2, or maybe 12. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. I'm seeing them and they're not popping up on my screen, and it's making me mad. So, I think I broke something. I think I broke something. I'm usually breaking something. I'm just waiting 1 second to check something, and then I will move on to the next caller. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. All right. Hello, how are you?
About damn time you brought me on. I've been waiting for an hour and a half.
All right, we're looking for a Trump supporter. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to keep this thing going. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's not a flex that people don't know how to pronounce Kamala, or anybody's name. That's on the candidate. She doesn't. America doesn't even know her. They don't even know how to pronounce her name.
Sir, it doesn't sound like you can
So
pronounce
it's not a
anything
flex
well right now. What are you talking about? You sound like you literally cannot pronounce English words as you're speaking to me. You're slurring all of your words.
You quit reading the Bible
now,
at Genesis
sir.
1:1 and dropped out of preschool. You're so low IQ. That's why you voted for like Kamala Harris, Harris, or whatever her name is.
What does Genesis 1:1 say?
In the beginning, God created the earth. So.
That's not even Genesis 1:1. You are literally making fun of me for quitting reading the Bible at Genesis 1:1, and you couldn't even get it right. You stopped halfway through Genesis 1:1, yeah.
Yeah, restriction, blah, blah.
Wow. He couldn't even get through Genesis 1:1. That's the easy one. That's the easy one. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Okay, that's Genesis 1:1. It's crazy. Christians don't even know their Bible. It's wild. If you guys still support Trump, you can join the guest request box or call the number that's above my head. I really appreciate you guys. We're going to keep this thing going. I'm going to keep this thing going as long as we got callers. So as long as we got callers, we're going to keep moving. So I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. John, thank you so much for the $10 also. I really appreciate that. That is absolutely huge. Really appreciate you. All right, we're letting this next guest call load in. We got a couple people in the call log that we're trying to see if they're going to load in. So until then, really appreciate you guys. For you guys who have been waiting for my podcast and everything to pop off and to show up in a streaming platform near you, it's delayed till June. Sorry. It's delayed till June. So you guys are going to have to wait another month. That's okay. We're going to get the trailer out there. That way you guys can subscribe and you guys can get ready and you guys can get all excited. So, talk about the Supreme Court. I'll talk about the Supreme Court if somebody wants to come talk to me about the Supreme Court. I don't enjoy just sitting here talking to myself about the Supreme Court. I do that by myself. Y'all, we're just over halfway of these sunglasses too. If anybody would like to help me clear off that gift goal, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah. That's why I delayed. No, I delayed because, well, a couple things, but the trailer needs to be out for a little bit longer. This whole thing is a big process if you really do it right. I'm not going to lie. It's like a huge process if you do it right. So, anyways, I'm just waiting for everything to get done, the trailer to be out, for it to sit in a while, for people to that way people can see it. And then my like kind of my producer / podcast manager is going to Europe for a couple weeks this month or in May, and I don't want to launch while she's gone.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 32.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, I guess, the different policies that he's enacted since being elected seem to advance the causes and values that, I hold near and dear, much more so than Kamala would have. But
which policies?
Well, I think you could look at the border. You could look at the tax cuts being permanent. You could look at deregulation. You could look at, this one's probably debatable for you, but peace through strength, right?
That's
flexing.
Just a dumb quip. That's all that is.
Well, I mean, flexing America's might on the world stage in order to, advance America's causes.
What cause have we advanced?
Well, so for instance, blowing up drug boats filled with narcotics before they can reach our shores, like that would be something Kamala I don't think would do because she might be worried it'd be a bad look.
Well, it's a war crime, first of all, so it's not a bad look. It's a war crime. But besides that, it's not even stopping narcotics that are coming towards the United States. So it's both a war crime and not accomplishing what you're saying. Yeah.
So I guess you'd have to tell me how blowing up the boat filled with drugs doesn't stop the boat filled with drugs from getting drugs to our country.
Yeah, because those boats aren't headed to our country because they're 1,000 miles away in boats that have very, very short limits, and they're usually going in a direction that's not even towards the United States.
So, wow, that's crazy. Like, where are these boats?
What's the deadliest drug in the world?
Deadliest drug in the world?
Well, how about this? In the United States right now. We'll go with that. How about in the United States right now?
Fentanyl. Right?
Awesome. And how much of that is made in Venezuela?
I'm not sure.
0%. Okay. They have it's zero. Okay. None of it comes from there. They actually produce about 10% of the world's cocaine, and almost, I think, like 95% of that all goes to Europe.
Okay. So you're trying to tell me that the boats aren't filled with drugs, or that they're filled with drugs that we shouldn't care about?
I'm saying that some of them aren't filled with drugs, absolutely, and the ones that aren't filled with drugs aren't headed towards the United States, don't have the capacity to reach the United States. But more importantly, do you know that the Coast Guard forever has always interdicted these boats, right? You know that, right? That prior to us just blowing up and murdering people off of suspected crimes, the Coast Guard used to interdict these boats?
No, yes, of course.
Okay, and what was their failure rate on interdicting those boats? Like, what percentage of boats did the Coast Guard stop because they said it had drugs on it and they were wrong?
Well, I'm not aware.
About 25%, yeah, about between 20 and 25%. So with the Coast Guard, with all of their intelligence that they're using right now and everything that they have going on, between 20 to 25% of the boats that they would stop because they were sure that it had narcotics on it, about 20 to 25% of them time, they were wrong. Okay.
Okay.
So
So you
if they
seem
were
to be
wrong, hold on, sir. So if they were wrong 20 to 25% of the time then, but now instead of interdicting the boat and then finding out that you're wrong and then just letting the boat go, you're killing all the people on board instead.
yeah. What are the people on board the boat doing?
The
'Cause I
people
think
that
that's
are just,
important.
I don't know, boating, fishing, minding their own fucking business.
They're not doing anything illicit, illegal.
No, they literally let the 25% of them go. They're just, bye. Hell, they're blowing up boats and letting the people go that they save from the boats because they don't even have any crime to charge them with. Literally, that's happened
Mhm.
multiple times where they've hit boats, right? They've found people floating in the water and they've picked them up, charged them with no crime, not drugs, not trafficking, not nothing, and then just sent them back to their country.
I see. I mean, do you think that this policy makes people more or less likely to try and smuggle drugs into the United States?
Sir, sir, you know what else would make people more likely to smuggle drugs? If every single time a cop thought that somebody was trafficking drugs, we just blew up the car.
Right. So yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, we don't
But you
justify
agree
the
that
reduction of crime by murder. Like you're just saying,
yeah,
like, hey, do you think us committing this larger crime stops this other crime? Like, yeah, I
well,
guess
I
technically.
think we're getting now to the heart of the issue, right? This is exactly like the disagreement I think that, people on your side and my side are having is I don't care so much about the rights of like people who are trying to smuggle drugs into our country. I care much more about the rights of U.S. citizens. And so,
Sir.
like, while I do care, well, and let me finish because I don't
No,
want to
but
sound
did you not
I
hear what I
don't
said?
want innocent people to die, of course. I don't want boats to be blown up,
Sir,
right, of innocent
they're
fishermen. And I
not
think if you can
delivering
point out,
drugs to the United States. I just explained that in depth. We're killing people on boats who are not delivering drugs to the United States. Even the ones who aren't delivering drugs, it's not coming here.
so, well, I mean, I think like we could get into the statistics of it, but you're asking why I support, Trump, and that's the reason, right? Is because those policies of like being tough on people trying to bring drugs into the country, even if, as you say, is really just killing a bunch of fishermen and pretending that we're stopping drug traffickers. I think we could have that debate. It still is advancing the cause of like being tough on cartels and criminals and people who are bringing drugs in and putting American citizens first and putting
No, it's just
like
murder.
criminals from other countries,
Nope,
second,
it's just
and their
murder.
concerns and rights
Nope,
second.
it's just murder.
Well, let me ask you this because you asked, you said Trump is a bad president. I think that was your prompt, and so I wonder how you would define a bad president. Like what
How about
makes
someone who commits a bunch of
somebody
murder for no reason?
right? So are
That,
there?
how
Is
about
Trump the
we go
only
on the
bad
topic that we
president?
are right now? Let me ask you a question, sir. Let's just be very clear, okay?
Yeah.
So if a cop car pulled over somebody, right, and found narcotics in the car, could the cop just shoot the person driving the car?
No, of course not.
Oh, would that cop go to jail?
If he just shot like totally, he saw the drugs and just immediately killed somebody, yes,
Mhm.
that would be murder.
Okay,
Yes,
and
I
if it
think
was
so.
the policy of that police department to do that, right? To every time they saw like somebody with drugs, there was the policy of that police department to just shoot the person in the car. Would that be a good
Yeah.
police department?
No, hell
Okay,
no.
and if the
I mean, it's
police
killing
chief
American citizens
and if
for
the
goodness
police chief that was in charge of that police department was the one that okayed that policy to shoot people that had narcotics in their car, would that be a very good police chief?
No, certainly not.
There you go. That's why Donald Trump's a bad president.
Okay, but I don't
Just one of
think
the
your
reasons.
allegory quite holds up, though, right? Because in
It is
your
exactly the
example,
allegory.
we're talking about American citizens, right? Everyone in your example is an American citizen, but in the example we were talking about previously, we're talking about the United States military defending our borders.
I absolutely did not even mention U.S. citizen when I made my hypothetical. I did not make it
Well,
because it doesn't matter whether you're a U.S. citizen or not. If a police pulls someone over and there's drugs in the car, they still can't shoot them. It doesn't matter whether they're a US citizen, whether they're an immigrant, whether they're here on a visa, whether they're undocumented. It does not matter
Well,
which
yeah,
in
of course
which what your immigration status is when a cop pulls over a car and it has drugs in it. Under no circumstance can that cop shoot the person. And see,
Yes,
you
of
didn't
course,
even ask.
of
You didn't
course
even
you
ask
can,
what the
sir, but
citizen. You didn't even
let's
ask
be
what the
honest here.
citizenship was of the person, did you? Why? Because it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. But when you're operating inside the United States, you're operating with like a reasonable presumption of being a United States citizen. When you're sailing through international waters towards the United States, you have no such presumption of being somebody who's protected by our laws and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, right? An invading army that was sailing towards us would not be subject to like a stop and ask nicely what they're doing here, right? Like it's clearly
Well,
a
that would be
different situation.
warfare on an invading force. This is
Well,
boats
these are
that we,
military
sir.
strikes,
This
though,
is
aren't
no,
they?
they are not military strikes, sir. Because you're the
Who's
reason that you're
striking them?
saying the reason that you're saying that we're doing it is because of drug crimes. Drug crimes. It is a criminal act.
The
Okay.
cartels were declared
It is a
terrorist organizations.
Yeah, no,
right?
Donald Trump just said that. Donald Trump doesn't have the ability to declare cartels terrorist organizations.
But
First
they've
of
been
all, let's be
designated by
very
the
clear.
federal
Second of
government as
all,
terrorist
second of
Okay.
all, you have no proof that the people that are on those boats are in any cartel. Actually, generally, the cartel just uses civilians, kidnaps their families, and tells regular people to get on boats.
So
They're
do
literally
you have?
forced to traffic people, to traffic stuff.
I don't know if we should get into this right now, but just out of curiosity, do you have proof that the people who were killed in the strikes were not cartel members?
Do you have proof that they were?
Get away. What are you doing here?
Do you have proof that they were?
Do I have proof that they were? No, I don't. I'm saying neither one of them.
That's the problem,
That's why
sir.
I'm-
The problem is not whether I don't have to prove that they weren't. You would have to prove that they were. The proof the proof belongs to the people who are doing the murdering.
The burden of proof relies on the people doing the murdering. So does that mean in order to make Barack Obama not a bad president, the burden of proof is on you to explain all of the women and children killed in the drone strikes he ordered?
All
Is
the
that
women and
how that
children that were
works
killed in
then?
the drone strikes? Well, I would have to see the intelligence on there. But if he did that just killing women and children who were not doing anything with no intelligence,
don't
then
think
that would be
Barack
very, very...
Obama
No, sir,
murdered
we're
women
not
and
talking about...
children
Hey,
with drone
hey,
strikes?
I'm in the middle of a sentence. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
go
you.
ahead.
Yeah, if they did something and he looked at a bunch of innocent women and children and freaking did a drone strike and was like, "Yep, kill those innocent people that are not doing anything," then yes, that is a war crime, and I have absolutely no freaking no qualms about saying that is a horrible thing.
hold
And
on,
I
you're
am
moving the
still in
goalposts,
the
aren't you?
middle of the sentence.
That was by the end of the sentence, I think.
No, it was not.
Okay, go ahead.
But you have absolutely no proof that that exists.
Okay, but my point is now you're moving the goalposts.
No, I'm
right?
not.
'Cause
You're
now
moving the
saying-
goalposts. You moved
No,
it
no.
from your president that you support murdering people in the Caribbean that you have no proof that they were even committing a crime or
Hey.
are cartel members, and you
Now-
moved the
now-
conversation to Obama fighting a war on another continent. You moved the
Now
goalpost. Yeah.
Now who was in the middle of a sentence, sir? Excuse me.
Oh no, you're
I'm
claiming
saying
I'm
you-
pivoting while you're pivoting, and I'm not going to do that.
You are no, but you clearly are, and I'll demonstrate it to you how, right? Because I said that we don't know if the people that are dying in these strikes on these alleged drug boats full of drugs coming to the country to kill Americans, right? We don't know if you're
Are
claiming
we
they're
at war
not.
with Venezuela?
But hold on.
No. Are
You're
we
not
at
letting me
war with Venezuela?
demonstrate-
Has the U.S.
But you're
Congress
not-
authorized war with Venezuela?
No, of course not.
Then what are we
think I
even
would've
fucking talking about? Because we're talking about Obama doing things within war, and we're comparing that to Donald Trump murdering people
the
for
Congress
doing
never
a
declared
crime.
a war while Obama was president. The Congress never declared an official war.
No,
while Obama
Congress
was
gave the president the
What are you
war powers after 9/11 and never rescinded them.
Okay, so then the same warm powers that apply to Obama apply to Trump too. Then what are we talking about?
They only applied
Then-
to Middle Eastern countries that had anything to do with 9/11.
Okay.
Is Venezuela a Middle Eastern country that has something to do with 9/11?
So anyway, as I was saying, you're moving the goalpost.
Is
like,
Venezuela?
but
No, you're moving the goalpost because you're trying to make a comparison between Obama fighting a war and Donald Trump committing murder, and I'm not gonna let you do it.
They are the same thing.
They
sir.
are
There was
not, and
never
if you
a
think
war.
that, you're a
Who
moron.
did we go to war with while Obama was president?
Where are we
made
doing these drone
strikes
strikes?
Well, Obama made strikes against terrorists, against threats to the United States in a variety of different countries. but
Against
he killed-
terrorists in the Middle
Yes.
East that Congress gave him the
Yes.
power to do.
And the cartel has been designated as terrorist.
No, they have not.
organization.
When
We
did
don't
Congress
still like
designate
that.
cartels as a terrorist organization? Because Congress has to do
It's
it.
not the purview of Congress.
It
to
is the
designate
purview of
someone as
Congress.
terrorist.
Congress
It's
is the only
purview
one
of
that can
the
do that.
federal- Fact check
The
false.
executive
Okay,
branch
let's look it
cannot
up.
unilaterally declare someone a terrorist group. By that
Let's look it up.
notion, he's already declared the Democrats are a terrorist group.
No, he hasn't officially declared. He might say.
Oh,
that
he's
in
officially. So
rhetoric.
sorry. Is that like when Rick Scott in office just declared bankruptcy?
I'm sorry. Well, I was just saying.
I
you were saying it's
declare
not
it.
the-
I declare bankruptcy.
I declare bankruptcy.
That's literally
I
what
love
you're
that.
saying right now.
It was a great one. It was a great one. But listen, I'm just saying, like, can we look that up? Can we fact check that? Because
Go
you're
look it
saying
up
it's
on your
not
own
the
fucking
federal
time, dude. I'm
government's
not
purview?
interested. It's not
Well,
the
but you're- I
federal
think you're
government, sir. The
wrong. I
federal
think you're
government is
mistaken.
very large.
It is large, yes.
Yeah, I didn't
But
say it
it's
wasn't the
their-
federal government's job.
I'm saying it's the executive branch. I'm sorry, you're right. The
And through
executive branch is
what means does the executive branch have to do it?
the executive branch can designate people as terrorist organizations. They're the Department of Homeland Security. That's definitely their department.
They're
You
the
might
Department
not
of
like
Homeland
it.
Security.
Yeah, you might not like it, but the same powers that Obama
Sir,
used to
again,
kill
sir,
terrorists
even
during
if
Why do you
that
interrupt
was
me but
true.
not let me interrupt you?
Because you're
That's
just
not
talking
fair.
bullshit and you're talking in circles and I'm annoyed with it. It's so fucking you think you're making a good argument and you're not. You just
You
sound
won't let me
dumb
even
and it's
complete
just
the argument.
it's just
You won't even
because
let me
all you
complete
keep doing is trying to compare literally a response by our full military over a terrorist attack on our soil given to by Congress. You're trying to compare that to Donald Trump killing people in fishing boats that are nowhere near our border and not a threat. That is what the comparison you're making right now, and it is fucking stupid. It's the stupidest fucking argument I've ever fucking heard, and I hear stupid arguments for hours a day every single day. Literally, I already made the only comparison that matches. The only comparison that matches, okay, is police pulling over people and shooting people in cars with narcotics. Okay, now let me ask you a question, sir. If they were in the United States carrying narcotics in the car and we found out they were a cartel member, could the police then shoot them because Donald Trump has designated them a terrorist organization?
Could the police kill them if they found out they were terrorists?
If they found out they were a cartel member, because apparently Donald Trump has said all cartel members are terrorists, so therefore could the police shoot someone that they pulled over with narcotics? Okay, because and if they found out they were a cartel member, could they kill them then?
I mean, why are you so concerned about the lives of cartel members?
Why?
and so
It's not a matter of
unconcerned
the
about
lives of cartel
American
members, sir.
citizens,
It's
sir?
a matter of the fact that they can't even prove that they're cartel members. They can't prove that they're doing anything with drugs, and they're not near our shores. That is against the law and a war crime. Do you guys just not care about the law? Do you guys just not care about the Constitution or the law or war powers or anything like that? You're just like the Geneva's Convention, human lives. Do you not even care about humanity or human lives that literally we know for a fact, and I've already said this multiple times, that we know for a fact that the cartels in these countries kidnap people's children, put those people that are not cartel members and force them to traffic narcotics on these boats. We are not checking to see if any of that happened. We are just shooting missiles at these boats of people that more than likely, because the cartel members are smart enough not to get on the fucking boats, especially with us shooting them. So they're sending innocent people on these fucking boats, and you do not give a fuck that human beings are being fucking murdered. Like, what kind of inhumane piece of shit just doesn't give a shit and advocates for the murder of human beings? Why
Well,
are
this
you
is what the left
laughing
always-
as if this shit is
Because-
fucking funny? Did I say something that was fucking funny, you fucking imbecile? Did I say anything
it's
that was fucking
hilarious.
funny? We are literally talking about you advocating for the murder of fucking human beings, and you find it fucking hilarious. You're a fucking sociopath, dude.
Because when the left came,
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking sociopath. Oh, when the left fucking... We are talking about human beings' fucking lives, dude. Human beings' fucking lives. Just because they're brown and don't have U.S. citizenship doesn't make them not human beings. You don't lose your human being status because you're brown and from another fucking country. Okay? That's the
so
same type of
maybe-
fucking rhetoric. That's the same type of rhetoric, which is why the Supreme Court today is ruling that it's okay to just discriminate black people and brown people completely out of their ability to vote in this fucking country, undoing fucking decades of fucking precedent that helped to right a fucking wrong. It's because people like you think that as soon as somebody is brown or they freaking didn't come from European descent or they don't have a U.S. citizenship, that they can just be fucking exterminated. And people wonder why we call people like you I did not tell you can fucking talk again. I will inform fascists when they're allowed to talk on my live.
I mean, do you want to have a...
No, I don't want to have a conversation with you. You're a whole piece of shit, and I hope you stub your toe every day of your fucking life. I hope your kids stop talking to you. Because this is the literal exact rhetoric, okay, that led to 1930s Germany. Oh, they're of a different fucking, they're of a fucking different fucking race. They're not from here. And then you start blaming them for all this sort of things. And then all of a sudden, it just becomes okay to just fucking exterminate fucking people. Then it just becomes okay to exterminate fucking people because you just don't, oh, well, it's protecting American citizens to just execute people with no fucking trial, no fucking proven crime, nothing. Thousands of miles away from the United States. It just becomes okay to execute them. And your little laugh just shows how fucking pathetic you actually are. And it's truly, truly sad. It makes me feel bad for the United States, dude. It makes me feel bad, okay, that people like this person exists. Okay? That they are literally on my live advocating for the execution of human beings who have not had their day in court, who have not been able to provide evidence of any of their crimes, who no one's been able to provide any evidence of any crime that they did. Not the DOJ, not the freaking Department of Defense, because it's not the Department of War, the Department of Defense. No one has provided a single piece of evidence to a single crime that one person has committed. And they are executing people thousands of miles away from the U.S. border. And people like this find it funny. And people like this find it fucking funny. He fucking ran, by the way. Fucking disgusting piece of shit. He fucking ran. I didn't even kick him. I was going to kick him. Because fuck that piece of shit, dude. Laughing at people's fucking murder. Laughing at people being fucking murdered, bro. Like, serious. Hey, guys, if we have this great of a fucking military and this great of a Coast Guard, go interdict the boat, prove what they have, and then maybe you can find out, right, something about what's going on. Maybe you can actually go catch, maybe after that you can actually go catch the cartel members, okay? Because then now you've got evidence and intel to go chase down the actual people, the actual heads of the snake that are actually doing these things. Maybe then we could actually do a military operation or some sort like that to actually go in and actually take out the big people. But we can't even do that. We can't even do that because we're just bombing freaking just human beings. Just killing human beings. Fucking crazy, man. God. Anyways, y'all, I've been on for an hour and a half and we haven't cleared the one sunglasses goal I've had up. I think we can do better than that, okay? I'm putting in work over here. I think we can clear the one sunglasses goal before we go any further. Also, thank you guys so much who are sending gifts on YouTube. I don't know why they're not flashing up on my thing where I can put them on the screen, but thank you so much. Pink Thunder, Gabe, I really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. It really means a lot to me. All right, we're gonna keep this thing going. I really appreciate you. We got some more callers going on. Thank you guys so much for clearing the sunglasses. I appreciate that. I don't ask for too much over here, but I think we should be able to hit a few goals, a few gift goals during the live. All right, I don't even be putting big ones up here. Okay, I don't even be putting big ones. Disassociate said, I got laid off today. Thanks, Trump. Did you really get laid off today? I'm really sorry if you got laid off today. I'm like truly, truly sorry to hear that. If you're just making a joke that just Trump does everything, then I'm laughing. But if you would have got laid off, I'm really sorry. And if you did get laid off, it is probably Trump's fault, most likely. So I'm really sorry to hear that. Movie, thank you so much to the fine artist said, why ask the boat that was going to Iran to turn around over multiple? Yeah, that's a good point, huh? That's a good point. Apparently our military is able to stop and ask boats when they're like headed to Iran. Like, hey, stop, hey, stop, hey, stop, hey, stop. And then we can go stop them. We can jump the boat. We can interdict the whole thing. But then all of a sudden, when it's a boat in Venezuela, then nope, not gonna happen. Crazy. Anyways, y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Let's get hearts in the chat for Disassociate. I think Disassociate might have actually gotten laid off. Let's get some hearts in the chat for Disassociate. That really sucks. I'm sorry that Donald Trump sucks at the economy so bad. If you guys like to support the live, I do have super chats, super stickers, pay links in the bio. Like I said, just some little gift goals that we have going on here. Nothing big over on the Tiki Talkies, but helping me hit them really, really does help to keep the live moving and keep the live up. So I really appreciate you guys. Anna Chavez, thank you so much for the money gun too. I really appreciate that. All right, we're gonna move on to the next person. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. We're gonna keep this thing going. I need to have the right page up over here. Let's keep this thing going. Keep that chat going up too. Let's keep those chats hot, okay? Let's keep those chats hot. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just dealing with fucking pieces of shit. How old are you?
They're not pieces of shit, man. You're being pretty rude to them.
I don't give a
I'm
fuck.
39.
No, and if you're gonna defend fucking killing people and that with no charges that we haven't even proved that they've done anything wrong, and you're just gonna prove their execution on the spot, then you're a piece of shit too.
I don't even know what you guys were talking about.
Then why are you defending him if you don't know what we're talking about? Why, if that guy could have been talking about anything under the fucking book, why are you defending him if you don't know what he was talking about?
Because my point wasn't about defending him. It was about addressing your inability to have a civil conversation with people.
I have a complete ability to have a civil conversation. I don't have civil conversations with people that freaking laugh when we're talking about people being murdered, innocent people being murdered. Why should I have a civil conversation with somebody who is laughing at innocent people being murdered? Why should I have a civil conversation with that person?
Because I think that person thinks you're a hypocrite.
I don't give a fuck what that person thinks. That person's a piece of shit. And I don't fucking waste my time with what pieces of shit think about me.
Oh, that's sad. I mean, I don't agree with the things that you say, but I would actually take to heart the things that you say to me because you're a fellow human being.
And you're not a fellow human being if you're okay with taking the lives of other innocent human beings.
Yeah. So
what you're saying hold on, sir. So you're saying you would take it to heart what I have to say because I'm a fellow human being, but you're not going to advocate for the lives of other human beings?
I'm not addressing that issue right now.
Yes, you are, because you're defending the guy. You're defending the guy who said that other human beings should be innocently murdered and laughed about it.
Going after you is not the same as defending him, and you should know the difference.
I don't, because I'm on the side of not innocent people being murdered, and you're on the opposite side of that.
I haven't explained what I'm for or not for. I'm addressing your inability to have a human conversation.
You don't know whether I have the ability or inability to have a conversation because you haven't tested it yet.
Is this like an act that you're putting on?
No, sir. I have friggin' valid conversations with a whole bunch of people. But if you're gonna come up here and fucking talk about the murder of innocent people and laugh about it, then fuck you. Can I make myself any more clear? Shh. I literally have freaking very good conversations with people every single night. Some that last 45 minutes, an hour, hour and 15 minutes. People conversations that are completely cordial and nice and are very, very great and have wonderful people. Even people I disagree with that I have wonderful conversations with. I don't have conversations which are cool with people extermination, especially when the judgment for why those people can be exterminated is because they're not US citizens. Okay? Because that's what the fucking Nazis did. And if you think I'm going to sit here and have a civil conversation with a fucking Nazi, okay, just because they're a human fucking being, then you're a piece of shit too. Is that what you're saying?
Is what I'm saying.
Okay,
You're like raging out on me. I literally
fuck off my live, dude. Get the fuck off my live. I'll just go talk to somebody else. You're not. I literally can't even get into a conversation with you. You are literally not even worthy of having a conversation with me. Holy shit. You are literally not even worthy of having a conversation with me. I'll move on to somebody else. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Better than the people that are coming up on this live today so far. How old are you?
25.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Tanya and Shaylu, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We're 58% of the way through this goal. I really appreciate it. And Shay, again, thank you so much.
I'm so sorry you had to deal with that piece of shit.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. See, you can have a disagreement on me and not be a complete piece of shit and not advocate for people's murders. See how that works?
Yeah.
Not very difficult. Last caller, you should take a little piece of that lesson, that little piece of that book out of there. Anyways, why do you still support Trump?
His border policy and the things he's doing in Iran.
Okay, what is his border policy?
Securing the border, unlike under Biden.
Unlike under Biden? What are you talking about? The numbers were great by the time Biden left office.
Over the 4 years, Biden, with the Biden administration securing the border, there was 1.5 million illegal immigrants that made it into the interior of the country.
It's actually much higher than that. It's not even a good number.
That's just the number that
But that has nothing to do with with their ability to secure or insecure the border. How did Biden do that?
Well, Biden could have secured the border like Trump did.
Trump hasn't secured the border.
Yeah, he has. He's adding 1,300 miles of the border right now. It's a smart wall.
Yeah, we've had a wall for like 100 years, dude.
I know, but he's adding to it.
Cool. He's adding to a wall. Sir, adding to a wall doesn't secure the border. We've had a wall for 100 years. If we had the wall when Biden was president, and we still had a whole bunch of undocumented immigrants coming to the country, then why is adding to a wall or making a smart wall? How is that going to change anything on a border that again had a very reduced amount of encounters in Biden's last year, and it's obviously had a reduced amount of encounters in Trump's first year? How is a wall? What is up with you guys in walls? It's weird.
So adding to the border walls, it secures the border.
No, it does not.
It stops people from just walking into the country like they were doing under the Biden administration.
People weren't just walking into the country; they were escaping border patrol and going over wall, going under wall, going around wall, using boats. That's why I asked you what Biden did, sir. Biden didn't do anything to allow Biden didn't do anything to allow people into the country. People came into the country because we have an immigration problem in this country, and we had a surge of people at the border due to the expiration of Title 42 and the ending of COVID being over, right? Those two things added to a huge surge of people coming to the border, and we didn't have enough border patrol to stop all of the people, okay? That wasn't Biden letting them in. That was just a lack of Congress to actually, put enough people at the border to be able to stop them.
It's not about what Biden did. It's about what Biden didn't do. He could have done things that reduced the border problem.
What would you have liked him to do?
Add to the border wall like Trump's doing.
He did add to the border wall.
He did maintenance. He didn't add to it.
No, he did. He added to the border wall, filled tons of gaps, and built new wall, and actually had a full policy to actually add more wall that was in the Langford bill that Republicans shot down because Donald Trump asked him to.
Wait, where did you hear that he added to the border wall?
He had to add to the border wall. He didn't have a choice. You know that, right?
So it was maintenance.
No, it was sir. What do you mean? Maybe we have a difference of understanding about what do you mean by maintenance?
Biden didn't add anything to the border. He just stopped the border he just did maintenance. Filling
No,
in
he
gaps.
added new wall. He added new wall, created new walls, filled in gaps in the wall. He did all of those things.
I didn't hear anything about that.
He didn't have a choice, sir. The bill was already passed. Okay, Congress had already approved all the money. They'd already said that money was going to new border wall. Biden didn't have a choice. He came in and continued the border wall. But again, it wasn't Trump's border wall. He fixed the border wall that was already there because Donald Trump's border wall was a piece of shit and people were flying over it and it was falling apart.
It was falling apart because it was there for 4 years.
If your wall falls apart because it was just there for 4 years, then that's a really bad wall.
Well, then they should have done continuous maintenance, not just wait until it falls apart.
But you just complained about them doing maintenance.
No, I didn't complain about them doing maintenance. I said that's all he did.
It is not. He built new wall. You can look it up. He filled plenty of gaps in the wall. You can look it up, and you can do maintenance. You can look it up. I can pull up stuff if you really need to. But regardless of any of that, sir, the wall doesn't change anything, and I think that's the big thing that we need to concentrate on. Even if Joe Biden had done nothing for the wall is not what fixed anything because people go over walls, people go under walls, people goes around walls, people use boats.
Yes, but it is a deterrent. It's not going to stop everyone, but it'll stop some people.
Well, it may stop maybe 2% of the people, sure, and it maybe will slow someone down. But if there's no one on the other end of the border wall to stop someone, then they'll just go over the wall. They'll go under the wall. Funny enough, I don't know if you know this or not, the cartel is really fucking smart, and people that travel all the way from walk all the way from Honduras, they're very, very determined. You know what I'm saying? So the wall is not the problem. The problem with our immigration system in the United States is that we have a broken immigration system because we have a completely outdated immigration policy in the United States. That's what the problem is. We need more border patrol. We need better immigration policies. We need better training and better laws to guide our customs and border protection. We need better people across. We need better things across the board. That's what we need to fix our immigration problem, not a fucking wall. And I think just saying a wall just really, I don't know, undermines the entire idea of what we actually need. It just breaks it down to this simple just thing that doesn't really do much.
You're talking about there not being enough border patrol. Trump's actually been helping the recruitment numbers of border patrol to get more people on the southern border.
It wasn't a recruitment problem. It was a funding problem.
Yes, but now there's more. Now that we have more people, then you can focus on the funding problem and not the people problem.
No, you can't hire people unless you can pay them, right? You can't hire people and then figure out how you're going to pay them later, right? You need funding. The things for the Border Patrol is funded by Congress. Congress has to put out the funding to fund Border Patrol in order to get them. Under the Biden administration, they tried to add more Border Patrol, and again, that was in the bill that Donald Trump called the Senate and told them not to pass.
Is the Langford bill the one that would have shut down the border?
Yep.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not the problem with the Langford bill isn't that Trump said no, it's the risks of catch and release.
No, it was that Trump said no. Yeah.
Well, it actually says in the Langford bill that once the encounters reach a certain threshold, that they're going to shut down the border, which doesn't do anything. It's just a waste of legislation because if people want to get over the wall, they're going to get over the wall. Add more
would have
wall.
shut down legal. It would have shut down all encounters.
More border patrol, and with the 10,000 military troops that Trump deployed to the border, they have better logistics now.
Cool. They wouldn't have needed the military there because we would have had enough border patrol to do all of those things. If you shut down all legal and in any type, you shut down all notices to appear. You shut down all paroles. You shut down all refugees. You shut down everything. Then you add a whole bunch of border patrol. Then now you have more border patrol to be all the way across the southern border, which stops people from being able to sneak in between ports of entry because you have more coverage. And then it does things for the entire process.
Yes, but shutting down the border without actually adding to the border, it doesn't really do anything because there's still
exactly
a risk
what
of them
Donald Trump
getting
did.
through, even with the mass, even if you add to the.
That's exactly what Donald Trump did. That's all he's done. He's just shut down ports of entry from legal people coming over, and then added more border protection, and then spread them out across the border. Literally, what you're saying. If you're saying that what Biden was trying to do it doesn't work, then what you're saying is what Donald Trump is doing right now isn't working, because literally that's what Donald Trump is currently doing.
The way Donald Trump's doing it is working. He's shutting down ports of entry, and that's what the Langford bill would have done. But he's also adding to the border and doing continuous maintenance.
Would have done that too.
It would have added to the border.
Yes, there was specific funding in the bill specifically for building new border wall.
How much?
A shit ton. I don't remember the exact number. I could look it up though, but a whole fucking bunch.
Can you give me like a rough estimate of how much?
Nope.
Hold on.
What number is okay for you, sir?
I don't care. Just like,
if you don't care, then why are we having me look it up?
I just want a rough estimate of what what the mileage of it is.
Sir,
7
what do you mean a
miles,
mileage of it, sir? It's amount of money, not a mileage.
How much
you think Congress approves mileage? No, they approve money.
They approve money, but I was wondering how much Biden was going to add using the Langford bill, because Trump's adding 1,300 miles of smart wall right now.
Sir, again, that's just whatever, sir. He said he was going to build a wall that went from the freaking each end of all the way across the southern border, across the 1900 mile plus border wall, and he built like 50 miles of new wall in his first term. Okay.
Yeah, so it's now in the second term, building more wall. He's actually building a better wall. It's a smart wall. It has.
Oh my god, dude! If I have to hear you guys say smart wall one more fucking time, holy shit! If I have to hear the word smart wall one more fucking time, a wall is not smart, okay? A wall is not smart.
AI and cameras. They call it a smart wall because it uses advanced technology. Well, not advanced, just more advanced than what's on the border wall right now.
Okay, sir, I don't give a fuck about a wall. I like truly don't. Like it's such a stupid thing to just be like a wall. It's a waste of time, dude. We've had a wall the entire fucking time. You calling it a smart wall does not make it a better wall. Okay, it truly doesn't. Like it truly doesn't. Like it just doesn't. You guys saying smart wall is just like it's such a dumb thing. Like it's just yeah, it's just you guys saying it's just a fucking wall. It's just a fucking wall. It's just a fucking wall. It's just a wall.
Instead, he didn't add to the border wall and 1.5.
Oh my fucking god! You literally. This is getting pathetic.
1.5 million divided by 208 would have been. You said that's not even close, but just that would have been 8,000 illegal immigrants getting inside the country every week for his entire 4-year term. But you said that wasn't even close, so.
I'm sorry. I honestly wasn't even listening to what you were saying, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, I said 1.5 million illegal immigrants got into the interior of the country across Biden's 4-year term. So 100.
How many got in during Donald Trump's first term?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, it was just under 1 million. It was like 900,000.
Yeah. Well.
So where's your up in arms about that?
Trump was actually actively trying to.
Be all up in arms. If 1.5 million is so many, like that is just oh hell, all hell is breaking loose, then you should be furious at Donald Trump for like 900,000, right?
Yeah, but he was actively trying to stop illegal immigrants.
And
Biden
so
wasn't.
was Joe Biden with the bill that Donald Trump stopped.
Like I said, it doesn't actually do anything if you don't do the things Trump's doing. If you just shut down the border without doing anything else and just adding border patrol, that doesn't do anything. People can still get across. If you add to the border, advance the border, do continuous maintenance, then it actually does something.
Okay, I'm gonna only say this one more time because really repeating myself gets so old. Okay, and I'm only gonna say this again. And if you can't comprehend it this time, I'm just gonna move on to the next person because I feel myself getting dumber.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. All of the motherfucking things that Donald Trump is doing were in the border bill under Biden that Donald Trump called the Senate and told them not to pass. The new wall, more border patrol, shutting down ports of entry, all of those things with the added bonus of adding more judges and more staff so that we could process people that were on NTAs and parole faster, so we would get more people out of the country faster that didn't pass the high bar of qualification in order to be here. All of that shit would have been passed a year and a half, 2 years before Donald Trump got in office if Donald Trump didn't stop it. Biden tried to do all of that shit. Cool?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well,
All right.
Trump stopped it. Now he's doing it. Still securing the border.
Cool. Donald Trump started a fire and you're giving him credit for putting it out. Congratulations.
I mean, he's still doing better on even if I did believe that he wasn't securing the border, he's still doing better in other things.
Yeah. Donald Trump literally like started a fire. Biden was trying to put it out. Donald Trump stepped on the hose, went, Biden, ha ha ha, you suck at this. You can't even put out the fire. And he's like, you're blocking me from putting out the fire. And he's like, ha ha ha. And then he's like, all right, well, Biden's gone. Now I'm going to use the same hose and put out the fire. And then you guys are like, oh, hail Trump. Oh, hail all powerful Trump. Fuck you, Biden. Fuck you. Like, it's so fucking wild, dude. It's such a crazy thing, bro. It's so fucking stupid.
It can't
so
be undone.
Fucking sad, dude. It's so
what Trump
crazy,
did
bro.
to stop the Langford bill can't be undone, and he's securing the border now, so I don't see a problem.
He's not securing the border, sir. He's just making sure that people that are legal, are trying to be here legally aren't here. That's literally 99% of what he's doing. He is just bragging about his encounter numbers being down because all the people that usually do encounters, people that are seeking asylum, people that are refugees and all that sort of stuff, he's just blocking them from coming there. And now he's trying to overturn the legal refugee status of like literally, was it like millions of freaking Syrian and Haitian immigrants? It is when are you guys just going to realize, okay? When are you guys going to realize all it is Stephen Miller not wanting brown people in the country? That's all this is. It has nothing to do with security. It has nothing to do with any of these other things. It has everything to do with one thing and one thing only. It's that Stephen Miller doesn't like fucking brown people here. Okay, that's why they're trying to overturn birthright citizenship. That's why they're trying to freaking get rid of like legal refugees. That's why they're freaking shooting freaking drug boats out in Venezuela. They don't like brown people, and they're going to do whatever they can to make sure that brown people aren't in the country. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's all. Okay, that's all. That they don't like brown people, and if you're brown and you're out there and you're still supporting Trump, just to let you know, they don't fucking like you. Okay. They don't like you.
Okay.
Okay, just want to let you know. If you're white, I understand. Okay, I get it.
And I don't agree with shooting down the Venezuelan drug boats or revoking or getting rid of the refugees because they make us money. But I do believe that we should get rid of birthright citizenship so it stops illegal immigrants from coming here and having their babies.
Why are you a U.S. citizen?
Huh?
Why are you a U.S. citizen?
Because I was born here.
Oh, so when we get rid of birthright citizenship, we can get rid of your citizenship?
No, just
why?
Just illegal immigrants.
No, if we get rid of birthright citizenship, what's stopping them from taking yours next?
Well, I'm not not first generation American.
It doesn't matter. If they get rid of birthright citizenship, if they say that you being born here is not what gives you citizenship, then therefore you hold no power as a US citizen and they can take yours. All you're saying is, hey, they did it to them, but I don't think they'll do it to me. Under what grounds? There's no grounds for that. There's no grounds for them stopping in any way, shape, or form from them doing exactly what they did to them to you. None. Zero. They can say, if you disagree with our policies, you're no longer a U.S. citizenship because birthright citizenship doesn't exist anymore, right? If you commit a crime, you're no longer a U.S. citizen because because birthright citizenship doesn't mean anything. We now have the right to take away anybody's citizenship that we want to because the one founding principle that makes someone a U.S. citizen is God. No. You're saying you don't think it could happen. You just don't think it'll happen to you.
It can't happen. The 14th Amendment applies to children of immigrants, children of visitors, and territorial births. So people from Puerto Rico, Guam, or the U.S. Virgin Islands. It doesn't apply to American citizens, so that wouldn't happen. It can't happen.
Excuse me? What the fuck are you talking about? Of course, the 14th Amendment applies to U.S. citizens. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, it doesn't. It
yes, it does.
You can read if you've read the 14th Amendment.
I have. You want me to pull it up? I'll read it right now.
You can read it right now. It applies to immigrants.
Yep. I will read it right now. No problem.
And
you have no idea what you're talking about. And here we go. 14th Amendment. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law that shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of the law, nor deny to any person within the jurisdiction the equal protections of the law. Representatives shall be appointed among the several states according to their respective numbers, counting the whole numbers of persons in each state. This doesn't really apply. We'll just go to the next person. Section 3, no person will be a senator or representative of Congress nor elector or president or vice president or hold any office, civil, military, or under the United States or any other state who have previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or any officer of the United States or any member of a state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same or given an aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. Donald Trump also, shouldn't be president because of Section 3. Section 4, the validity of public debt of the United States authorized by law, including debts incurred for payments or pensions and bounties for services in suppressing insurrection or rebellion, shall not be questioned, but neither the United States nor any state shall assume or pay any debt or obligation incurred in aid of insurrection or rebellion against the United States, or any claim for the loss of or emancipation of any slave, but all debts, obligations, and claims should be made legal. The Congress shall have the power to enforce by appropriate legislation the provisions of this article. Where in there does it say, oh, nope, it doesn't apply to U.S. citizens, and it has nothing to do with U.S. citizens?
It's the way the Supreme Court interprets it.
What Supreme Court case interpreted it that way?
The Supreme Court interprets the 14th Amendment to it doesn't apply to
what Supreme Court case are you referring to?
Please don't interrupt me.
No, just tell me so I can put it on the screen because I don't think you know what you're talking about, and I think you're fucking lying. So why don't you just go ahead and tell me what Supreme Court decision it is? That way, while you're explaining it, I can put it up on the screen.
Okay, hold on.
Anyways, y'all, while he's doing that, if you guys would like to support the live, again, I do have super chats, super stickers, pay links in the bio, little gifts, gift goals, DJ glasses, pay links in the bio. Somebody sent me something too, and I saw it on my other phone. Joseph, thank you for the $5 over on the PayPal's. Excuse me. It said Filipino President Rodrigo Duterte used the pretext of designing his political opponents, drug dealers, in order to murder them. He's in The Hague now. Interesting. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that. Duerte. I haven't heard that name in a while. You said Duterte? I thought it was Duerte. Am I misconstruing his name? Is it Duterte? Oh, maybe I was wrong. I'm sorry. I don't. Someone said I thought it was Duerte. Hold on. No, it's Duterte. Nope, they're right. I don't know why. For some reason, I thought it was Duerte. Yeah, Rodrigo Duterte. Born 28 March 1945. Yeah, I was wrong. I'm not right. I'm not. They're right. Duterte. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
All
I
right, well,
can't.
can't find anything
I
on
can't.
it. I'm just
Sometimes
gonna say,
I get my dictators confused. Okay, I apologize. All right. Sometimes I'm not always perfect on my dictator pronunciation.
okay, well, I can't find anything on it, but everything you said is purely speculative because you can't prove that the government would do that to their own citizens because it
And you
wouldn't
can't
benefit
prove that
them.
they can't. That they won't.
Removing, you can't prove that they will because
You can't prove that they won't.
removing actual Americans that were not born under birthright citizenship benefit America. The ones that don't become burdens of this.
Sir, I'm not trying to prove that they will do it.
If their parents
Sir,
are
I'm not
deported,
trying
then
to
they'll
prove
go
that
to
they
the
will do
system
it.
and
At no
become
point in
back.
time, sir, at no point in time did I say I was going to prove that they will do it, because I'm not trying to prove that they will do it. I'm trying to prove that I'm trying to prove, sir, that the door is then open. Okay? When you start removing rights of US citizens, then it now opens the door to remove the rights of other US citizens. That's all
They
I'm
wouldn't do
saying,
it.
okay? That's all I'm saying. And you saying it's just not going to happen, you have no clue of that, okay? But I am saying I would just rather not have the door opened.
They wouldn't do it because of the backlash. Because if they remove citizenship from any American that's not born here under the 14th, under birthright citizenship, there'd be backlash
From who?
from the American people.
What American people? Whatever American people have backlash, they'll just call them. They'll just make it where they're not U.S. citizens anymore, and they'll denaturalize them because they'll be able to do that because that's what's giving them the backlash to begin with. Then they'll call them criminals of the state.
Okay, there's negatives of it, but the positives to removing birthright citizenship are too great to worry about the negatives because the negatives are.
Oh, okay, yeah. So now you're
they might
admitting
be
that all of this could happen, and you're like, well, it's still better to get brown people out.
no, you admitted
That
you couldn't prove it, and
he literally just admitted that that's a policy, and he just said, well, even if they can do that, the getting the little brown kids out is worth it.
Not the brown kids. I'm not just saying Mexicans or Venezuelans, illegal Europeans,
Crazy,
illegal
dude.
Asians, any illegals, even if they're from Canada.
Wow.
I'm not just talking about the brown kids. I don't know why you like to bring up racism so much on your
Because it's
crap.
racist.
It's not about racism
Because
I'm not
it
racist.
is.
It's not about. It's not
No,
about
it 100% is about race. Sir, first of all, everything in this country is about race. So stop pretending like it's not. Everything in this country is about race.
It's not about race.
Everything in this country is about race. Sir, if you don't understand, that all of these policies that are being implemented are 100% about race, and you're defending them, then you are doing exactly what people like Stephen Miller want you to do. Sir, I'm in the middle of a sentence. Please be quiet while I make it. If you don't understand that this is exactly what people like Stephen Miller want, okay, because Stephen Miller is a white nationalist who works in the White House, who is influencing all of these policies, okay, who has been quoted specifically as saying that he would prefer it if everybody in the country looked exactly like he did. And if he could have it his way, they would. He would. If he could have it his way, he would. And he is the one that I am still in the middle of this sentence. I will let you know when it's your turn to speak.
All right.
He is the one that is influencing all of these policies, okay? He is the one that's trying to get rid of birthright citizenship, for example. That's coming from him. So if you think that that racist, white nationalist is doing this and it has nothing to do with race, then you're naive. And the fact that you're defending it, okay, the fact that you're defending white nationalist policies, okay, and then calling them not racist, you're doing every single thing that he wants you to do. Everything. That's exactly what he wants you to do. He wants white people like you to defend his fucking policies and be like, these aren't racist, knowing damn well that they actually are. You're his little dream child.
Okay. That's purely subjective because there's no way you can prove that he's racist.
He's
And
openly
you
racist.
said that
He's openly
he wants
racist.
America where
He's
people look like
openly
him.
racist, sir.
Did you specify race?
He's openly racist. What are you fucking talking about? He
He's
doesn't
openly
hide it,
racist?
sir.
Can you give me some
Sir,
examples?
sir. Yeah, dude, he said it. I just quoted him. I just
want
quoted Stephen
Americans to look
Miller.
like me. Did he say I want all Americans to be white? Did he say that? Did he specify race?
Is
or
he
that
white?
Just what you're... So it's racist because he's white?
Yes, sir. If I said if I had it my way, I would exterminate everybody in this country that didn't look exactly like me. Do you think that would be race oriented also?
Is that what he said?
Sir, if I said that, I didn't say that's what he said. I said that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Would that be racist,
You're
sir?
saying he's racist
Would that be racist if I
without
said that? Would that be racist if I said that?
Said what? What?
Here we go, right here. While I just bringing this up, because I can't believe I'm having to argue that Stephen Miller is racist, whether Stephen Miller is racist or not. He doesn't even try to hide it. Literally, Donald Trump's first term, leaked emails revealed that Miller secretly shared white nationalist talking points in publications, including content from VDARE and the Camp of States, a notoriously racist and anti-immigrant novel embraced by far-right extremists. The Southern Poverty lawsuit characterized Miller's communications as open white nationalism. Over 100 members of Congress called for his resignation. However, Trump stood behind him a long way. A career built on bigotry. Before entering the White House, Miller worked under Secretary Jeff Sessions, helping craft policy aimed at rolling back civil rights, weakening voting protections, and targeting marginalized communities. His work in government has consistently targeted people of color, immigrants, and LGBTQ Americans. In 2023, Miller's legal group, America First Legal, filed a complaint accusing Kellogg's of politicizing and sexualizing its products simply for releasing Pride-themed Pop-Tarts box and featuring RuPaul's image on Cheez-Its. Ethical conflicts with anti-immigration groups. Long history of harmful rhetoric. Miller's inflammatory tone isn't new. It dates back to his days at Duke University, where he penned a right-wing column attacking diversity, tolerance, and liberalism. In one article, he mocked Duke's effort to inclusion, calling the student's climate a shameful deficiency. The same combative style carried into his work for Trump, shaping speeches and policy that escalated racial and cultural divides. His influence isn't just about policy, it's poisonously reshaping national conversation. Stephen Miller is a central figure in shaping the Trump administration's agenda from enabling state violence against immigrant families to promoting white nationalist rhetoric in government. His career is warning of what happens when bigotry gains institutional power.
You just brought up a bunch of stuff that doesn't prove anything. You talked about right-wing supremacist and him being mad that there's a black person on a Pop-Tart box, or no, not a Pop-Tart box, a Cheez-It box.
He was talking white. Do you understand what a white nationalist is?
I understand what a white nationalist is.
What is a white nationalist?
It's a person that wants only white people in their country.
Do you think that's racist?
Yeah, that's racist.
If I just said in there that leaked emails showed him talking with and agreeing with white nationalists and spreading white nationalist propaganda, if that's what he was doing, and you're saying white nationalism is racist, then he's racist.
How did he? What did he say in the emails? Does it actually say?
I just read what it said, dude. Like, holy shit,
You read
bro.
what it said, but I listened.
I
to what
literally
you said.
read
I
what
might have
it
missed a few
said,
things
bro.
because you read extremely fast, but
I literally just read it, bro. Like, this is getting sad, bro. This is getting sad. Go look it up, dude.
Okay,
go look it up.
No, you can't.
No, I'm done doing all of your research for you. I just showed multiple examples of him being racist. I literally just fucking did.
You said because of emails,
sir, I understand. I understand that you want to simp for Stephen Miller because you're also a racist. Okay, but really, I'm really getting tired. I get tired of talking to racists, dude. Really, I do. It really fucking bores me. It really fucking bores me talking to racists. Like, really, it really.
I'm not a
does,
racist.
Sir. Yo, you're just you're defending a racist, so you're a racist. If you're defending racist, if you're defending racist, then you are racist.
I'm not defending a racist. You haven't proved it.
Yeah, again, if you don't think I've proven it, you're also a racist.
You're going off of emails and Cheez-It boxes and
All right, sir.
crap
Well, I'm not going to
that
have this
that is
conversation because I don't platform racist, okay?
because you're gonna hang up on me because
I
you
don't
can't
platform
you can't
racist. I
tell me
just
what
said
was in the
that, sir.
emails. You're
Sir,
saying he was
sir.
you're saying
There
he
was a lot
agreeing
of
with white
emails Hey,
nationalism.
shut up. There's a lot of emails released, okay? And I've already
Can you read
proven
one?
yeah, I can read all of them, sir. Do you know how to read?
I do know how to read.
Then
You
go
won't.
fucking do it. I'm tired of reading all this shit for you. I have literally just read that there was calls from his impeachment from his ties to white nationalists. He's an open white nationalist. He talks white nationalism. I am not going to sit there and go read all of the white nationalist fucking emails for you on my fucking live because you're too fucking racist to do it your fucking self. Go read a fucking book, okay? If you want to sit here and defend this fucking guy, then go fucking read them yourself. I know you're not going to fucking go read them. And the reason why you're not going to fucking go read them is because you want to continue to fucking support his fucking racist ass, bro. You want to continue. Shh. Shh. I know you're not going to do it because you could go do it right now, but you're not going to. Everything that I already said already proves his racism, and you want more, which means if you see more, you're still going to want more. And if you see more, you're going to want more, and 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 you're going to want more. And I literally just don't have time to talk to racists today. So you have whatever day you deserve. Hey, shh. You have whatever day you deserve, okay?
Okay, keep deflecting.
Sir, your little keep deflecting thing only works on children, okay? Your guys' little like tropes, like, oh, keep deflecting, oh, you're running. Like, that only works on children, dude. It doesn't work on grown men, okay? Grow up. When I'm done talking to you, I'm done fucking talking to you. And there's no words that you're going to say that is going to get me to want to not talk to you. I do not platform racists, okay? And I sure as hell don't platform people that freaking defend racists. Someone said Stephen Miller is so racist that he went bald because his hair was black. Yo. Someone said, yo, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. That's funny. Somebody said he's so racist he went bald because his hair is black. Fucking, that's wild, bro. That's fucking wild. Anyways, guys, if that doesn't prove that somebody is racist, I don't know what to tell you. Like, really. Because literally at that point, all it is literally just reading through emails, which is just fucking helping racists, bro. Like, that's all it is. That's literally just spreading racism at that point. If you just go through reading the fucking emails. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Big T and Mel. I appreciate you guys. And I saw Christine with one earlier too. I appreciate you. And Big T with the early one too. Thank you so much. Yeah, literally at that point, you're just fucking spreading racist propaganda. That's all you're fucking doing, right? I mean, isn't it? That's what they want. Y'all, again, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, big W's to chat for Big T. And for Mel for hooking that up. If you guys like support, I do have super chats, super stickers, gifting, pay links in the bio, all at Polypolitics, all the cool gifts and stuff. So I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. Mel, thank you so, or is that mate? Oh, sorry, Moreno. We're gonna go with Moreno. I support free education for walls. I agree. I also support free education for walls. Free the walls. Okay. Tim also said, until they came for me looking caller. Straight up. W's the chat for Tim for that fucking super chat. That is obnoxiously accurate. Holy shit. That is obnoxiously accurate. Tim also says the brown boogeyman lives rent-free in MAGA's head. However, the acoustics in there are amazing. The acoustics in there are amazing. That's just funny. Tim also said Joe Anderson 7547 says donating encourages you. It does. I'll let you throw that on the screen. Hold on. What do I have it up? Yeah, I'll throw it on the other screen. Joe Anderson 7547 says donating encourages me. Joe Anderson, you're right. Okay, you're right. So if you guys want to encourage me, you guys can send over some donations. I really appreciate that. And if you don't want to encourage me and you want me to get off because you hate me, also just do the same thing. I want to let you guys know, if any of you MAGA are out there and you really just want to own the libs. If you really just want to own the libs, the best way you can own the libs, okay, is by sending me a super chat. It gets me so angry. I start like crying. It gets me so angry. It gets me so angry. I cry myself to sleep tonight every time, but it has to be like at least a $5 one. Anything under that, I just feel sorry for you. Okay. Anything other than that, I feel sorry because you're talking shit. Yeah. Don't donate $100 and I'll cry live. $100 super chat from MAGA, and I'll cry on the live out of how much you own me. It'll happen. You can't prove it won't. I don't know. You can't prove it won't. Right? You can't prove I'm lying there. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you? Hello, Jordan.
What's up?
Hi, Jordan, 30 years old from Maine, huh?
Yeah, that last guy cooked you real bad, huh?
Oh my God. Is that your boyfriend, bro?
Are you implying being gay is a bad thing?
No, I'm just asking if you were up there to defend his honor. It sounds like you're up here defending his honor. I was just wondering if that was lying.
Good for your branding. What, you're gonna make enemies with the gay community? That's
I just asked if he was your boyfriend. Why would I, sir? Asking. Let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you a question, or you're getting muted. Be quiet. All right, I'm just muting you then. I can already tell this conversation is not going anywhere because this dude's already starting off with the fucking crash. This is what you sound. This is what you sound like to me. My boyfriend was just up here. My boyfriend was just up here, and now I can't stand it because you made him mad. Oh, my name is Jordan. I'm 30, but I act like I'm 19. My boyfriend was up here who's a racist, and I didn't like how you talked to him. I'm coming up to defend my man. My name's Jordan. Oh my goodness, I'm so sad because I voted for Trump, and he won't let me and my boyfriend be together. It's so sad. I don't know what to do about it. Oh my God. You know what? You stand by your man. You stand by your man, Jordan. You don't let crying Trump say anything about you, okay? You don't let crying Trump do anything to deter you standing up for your man, okay? You know what? But I'm telling you right now, okay? If you like, then he should have put a ring on it. If you like, then he should have put a ring on it. Don't be mad when he's saying that he want. If you like it, then he should have put a ring. Honestly, I think you can do worse, Jordan. You know what? I was gonna say I think you can do better, but I think you can actually do worse. Yeah, that's the funny thing. That racist dude actually might be the best you can get. Actually, now that I think about it, go chase him. Go chase him. Go get him. Chase him, Jordan. Go get your man. Okay, go get him. Don't let him get too far. Okay. Don't let him get to the airport. Okay? Don't let him get to the airport. All right? Chase him down all the way to the plane, all the way to the terminal. Okay? Chase him down and go get him. Okay? Go get your man. Okay? Oh my God. I just love a good love story, guys. I just love a good love story. And it just tears me up so much every single time. Oh, it's like a little racist rom-com, you know? It's like a little racist rom-com. Oh, it's so beautiful. It just touches my heart. Okay? It's like, this is like this is like the Notebook, except for gay and racist. It's really weird. It's like Brokeback Mountain meets American History X meets Notebook meets American History X meets Brokeback Mountain. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, I love it. I love a good love story. Anyways, you've been pretty much on like damn near mute where no one can hear you, and you have just been wasting your breath for 3 whole minutes. Like, literally, I have your volume turned down to almost nothing, and you've been talking the whole time, sir, because I don't deal with this type of shit on my live. This is some child shit, okay? And for a 30-year-old man to come up here whining like that just to start off my live is just really, 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 really sad, okay? And I just thought I'd let you know that. But I think I have like a 19-year-old in the chat, in the live or something, that's ready to come up and talk, that probably has a higher maturity level than you. And so I'll probably just move on to them, okay?
I don't think they want that.
All right, cool. Imagine waiting all that time to come up in my phone, in my screen calls over there, wasting all that time waiting for my screen calls, right? Because you have to wait in there to come up on my live, waiting all that time to get to talk to me, to just come up here, just, he owned you, and then cry, and then get made fun of, and then leave. Imagine waiting all that time of your life to just sit up, to just let me open up and let me just get sleepless in Alabama. Someone said sleepless in Alabama. Yo, hold up. Yo, bro. Sleepless in Alabama for the win. That's Sleepless in Alabama for the win, y'all. That's great. Yeet to the max. Thank you so much for the galaxy. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Shush says, I love gay love. Don't we all? Okay. I love straight love and gay love. Polly just loves love. Polly just loves love. All right. I can't help it. I love love. All right. Karamos, thank you so much for the $5. Says get owned, lib. See, this is what really gets me. See, this is Karamos now. Oh man, that one really hurt. That one really hurt here. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get past it. I'm gonna try my best. Dog, thank you. Kramos is a friendly. Kramos is cool. Don't. Dog, thank you so much for the $5. Says cooking MAGA. And I'm the problem. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Huge W's in the chat for I'm the problem. Better known as Heathen. Says hysterical. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I bought this doll and then I didn't use it as much as I should. I need to use it more. I need to use it more. I really do. I really do. I need to use it more. Thank you so much. Again, huge W's in the chat for Heathen over there. I really appreciate that. That is absolutely huge. W's in the chat for everybody who donated, though. Everybody, including again, Yeet the Max with the Galaxy over here. Yeah, really, really appreciate that. That really means a lot. Mr. Wright, I saw that follow over there too. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Yeah, it really does help a lot. It really helps. Make sure you're hitting that like button. If you haven't already. Sorry, I'm not getting them. Oh, Christina, thank you so much for the $2 over on PayPal. Said, I thought it was Miller that said he wanted only 1 million people here that look like him. Turns out it was 45 in 2018. He was discussing the possibility of 1 million people entering the country. 45 told AIDS they're probably going to look like me. 45 is a racist, period. Yeah, I mean, he was the whole counter person behind that South African bringing people bringing white South Afrikaners over. That was all him too. Yeah, absolutely. Dude's a piece of work, bro. Dude's a piece of work. Real bad one. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next caller. Keep that thing going. Keep this thing going. I really appreciate all the donations. Again, if you like support, I do have super chat, super stickers, pay links in the bio. Got the Swan gift goal up because I feel like a swan right now. So that's what we get. Hello, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
31.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I would say why I support him is like what he's done. Like, there's a lot of people don't know what's happening because of media stuff, but what he's doing like overseas with Iran is actually like a really good thing. Even Hillary Clinton was even talking about it. You can see in an older clip that, you know, she would have done the same thing, right? So
I'm not a big fan of Hillary Clinton, so why do I care about that?
That's fair. Well, what's your biggest, I guess, you know, thing? Some people are one issue voters. Some people have other things. What's your thing?
Humanity. Yeah, that would be my one issue vote.
So I would say I have a very universal mindset, right? Like, I look at, you know, the world as like just an Earth, like a tiny planet in the middle of the universe, and there's other planets in the habitable zone of their, you know, galaxy, whatever, universe. But I think when it comes down to Earth, like, it's funny, like, that's like astronauts look down. It's like, why don't we all just get along? Like, we all should work together as a species and as one, right? But I don't see that happening anytime soon because each country has its own. I mean, there's a competition with AI right now. Like, you know, China, America, everyone's competing with AI. That's why, you know, so there's so much going on, right? So, but I agree with you. I'm for humanity as well.
Yeah, no, you're not if you support Trump.
Why would you say that?
Because he literally is inhumane. Like, literally, we're talking about somebody who is doing everything from building warehouse concentration camps in the United States and throwing infants in there to bombing friggin' boats for people that have not even been proven to commit a crime and killing them, starting a war that we had no need to be into, or we're shooting Tomahawk missiles at school children. He's taking medical care away from people by cutting, Medicaid by significant amounts and putting, 10, 15 million people off their Medicaid, cutting millions of people off their SNAP benefits, literally saying that people don't deserve to be able to eat, even though they are significantly below the poverty line. See, all of those things are significantly not inhumane in my book. Not to mention that, again, he was adjudicated of sexual assault. Oh my God. He was adjudicated of sexual assault, which I consider completely inhumane on its own. He was, found liable of defrauding a children's cancer charity, which is, again, inhumane. Freaking, we have hundreds of hospitals, especially in rural areas, that are closing across the United States due to lack of Medicaid funding. That I find is inhumane. See, all of those things are incredibly inhumane. And so by supporting humanity, I can't support Donald Trump.
Okay, first of all, thank you for sharing that. Like, I had answers for a lot of that. I'm sure anyone would know, so it's kind of hard to unpack everything. But I would personally say that I've looked into some of the things that you said, or seen things that would contradict that. But I guess, what would you say the biggest problem in America is right now?
Trump.
This is a personal opinion, other than like humanity and things like that.
Trump.
I'm sorry. What policies? I mean, because you listed a lot of things, and some of it had like some truth, but not really. Like, it's kind of portrayed a certain way, so it's kind of like, it's. I guess you could say it's propaganda, but
name me one thing that wasn't true, or I misrepresented, or that was propaganda. Name one thing.
I mean, you said a lot, and I heard it at once.
Cool.
But
I'm not asking you to say all of them. You said there was a lot of stuff that I said that could be misconstrued, that wasn't completely true, and propaganda. I'm just asking you to name one thing.
I mean, the thing that was about like the children's hospital overseas, like that has, to my knowledge, been debunked. But there was other stuff.
Hold on, which part? Sorry, I didn't quite hear that. The one about the hospitals closing, because I could pull up about 20 articles on that.
Oh no, I mean, I was talking about well, I'm sure there's articles. I was talking about like the whole Iran war and everything like that, right? So
what about the Iran war? I only said one thing about the Iran war, and that was that we were tomahawking schools. And that was, and correct. And the Pentagon came out and said that happened. So
I mean, you said a lot, and a lot of it I just couldn't answer at once. But I think that if we were to unpack each thing, there could be a good debate. I'll tell you my biggest problem in America right now, as a Trump supporter, if you'd like.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I have no problem with you moving on, but if you're going to say that I'm misrepresenting something, that I'm lying, that I'm spreading propaganda, then I really want you to tell me what I'm doing on that, because I don't want
No,
to do
yeah,
that. But yet everything that I said, I can prove and back, like very, very specifically, like you're calling out the Iran thing. The Pentagon released a statement saying that it was a U.S. missile that hit that school, two of them actually, right? So I don't know how that's propaganda when
got you.
Donald Trump's
Look,
Pentagon
yeah,
is saying that. Like, if you're going to make that claim against me, then you need to back up that claim against me. If not, I would like you to retract that statement that you said, and then we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. But either you need to say if you're going to make that accusation against me, either you need to make it strongly or you need to retract it, one way or the other.
yeah, that's very fair. I think I heard some things that I disagreed with, but then I forgot about them because it was just a lot to process. So very fair. We can go one by one, but my biggest problem in America right now is fraud. And this has nothing to do with the president. This has everything to do with like people who have, you know, the power to do these things, NGOs, and like as a taxpayer, I'm sure most people listening to this call are, when money is being hidden through NGOs and like leaving the country, that is crazy to me, right? There are people suffering. There's ways to improve things. So like me as a Trump supporter, I guess, I think that, you know, the fact that this administration came in and like exposed things that like that to me is really important. You know, and there's so much going on. And like one thing I learned working in politics for a little bit is that when there's a war going on, don't trust any media, whether it's left, right, middle, no matter what, don't trust the media when there's a war going on. So it's a lot, but I would say my biggest problem is fraud, and I'm grateful that, you know, at least it looks like it's being somewhat looked into or handled. So
Trevor Milton, Jason Galanis, Carlos Watson, Michelle Fiore, Paul Walzak, that's a big one, Scott Jenkins, Joseph Swartz, Timothy, I forgot how to pronounce his name, Lewicki, Paul Erickson, Todd Farha, and yeah, right around there. Okay, so that's the top 10 largest people that Donald Trump has pardoned that committed fraud.
okay, well, that's fair. I don't know much about that. But
I'm sorry. If you're going to say your number one issue is fraud and you support Donald Trump, then I need you to justify how Donald Trump is literally pardoning a shit ton of people. Okay.
yeah,
That
I mean,
are
look,
that are literally committing fraud, because that sounds like the exact opposite. Actually, if you look at this over here, which I think is really good. This is literally just talking about, this is a paper from January of this year. Trump's pardons forgive financial crimes that came with hundreds of millions of dollars of punishment. The project in terms have wiped clean dozens of financial crimes and significantly more fines and restitution than in past administration. Just 1 year in Trump's term, Donald Trump has pardoned an unusually high number of wealthy people accused of financial crimes, according to the NBC News analysis. Over half of Trump's 88 individual pardons were for white-collar crimes, including money laundering, bank fraud, and wire fraud, amongst the most frequent crimes.
I mean, look, if somebody was pardoned and they should be in jail, I'm against that 100%, no matter what side of politics you're on. So that's what I'll say. I'm not happy that, you know, the auto pen or Joe Biden pardoned a bunch of people, including Dr. Fauci. I don't know if you've paid attention to what's going on with the you know what, but there's a lot of stuff coming out with that. But there's so many topics, right? Because like we could talk about. So I guess maybe ask me a few more questions and hopefully,
sure.
You know,
how do you justify supporting
it.
Donald Trump when half of his 88 individual pardons were pardoning people that committed fraud? When you say your number one issue in the United States is fraud, let's not also forget that Donald Trump is convicted of fraud. He got convicted of 34 felony counts of fraud. So if Donald Trump is convicted of felony fraud, if half of the people he's pardoned cut that from doing fraud, then how are you going to, in the same sentence, say that you support Donald Trump and also the number one issue in the United States is fraud?
I mean, first of all, there's a lot. Like I said, like I'm against anyone who commits fraud. The fact that Trump is exposing it, I think, is a big deal.
Who's he exposing?
I still, it's funny because I still want to talk about other things, but I
Sure,
guess
would love to,
I
sir,
think
but
I
I'm
wanna
not getting off of this. Who is he exposing?
I wanna
Name
find-
one name one person that has been convicted of fraud due to Donald Trump.
I mean, not. I would say more so like there was the whole Somalian thing in Minnesota where they were caught with daycare fraud. There's people being investigated in California for hospice fraud. Like
There was
I don't know
64
their
people
names.
in prison before Donald Trump took office for the fraud in Minnesota. And with another 30 plus indictments that had nothing to do with Donald Trump. Nothing. And that was for other COVID fraud. That wasn't even for daycare fraud. They actually sent in an entire investigation team to find the daycare fraud, and they didn't even find anything. There's not been one singular indictment for daycare fraud.
The FBI raided the learning centers,
And there has not been one singular indictment for it. Not a singular one.
I mean, it's all still under investigation. What I want to do is figure out where we can agree on, right? I think
What do you
that's
mean it's under investigation? Here, I'll give you an example. The guy who freaking rushed the hotel with weapons and all sorts of stuff, at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, he's already been indicted. Okay, that already happened. Okay, the Minnesota thing was months ago. Okay, they've already moved on. Where's my indictment? Where? In Minnesota? I already said there was 64 people in jail for it. Of course there was fraud.
Okay.
There were 64 people in jail about it before Donald Trump sent a singular person there. There was 94 indictments and 64 people, or 92 indictments and 64 people who were already convicted before Donald Trump sent a singular person there. Yeah, there was fraud that was already being dealt with in Minnesota, and Donald Trump had nothing to do with it. The whole thing was already over. That wasn't Donald Trump exposing fraud. That was Minnesota already exposing fraud, and just no one was paying attention. They were indicted under the Biden administration.
I think that it's just happening during the Trump administration, and the fact that Tim Walz ran for VP and all this fraud is happening under his wing. Like you even see a tweet like today.
All of the indictments happened under his watch. All 92 people that were indicted for Minnesota fraud all happened under Tim Walz's watch, under Joe Biden's watch, not under Donald Trump's. Thank you, Tim Walz. Thank you, Joe Biden.
I think like $140 billion is like lost out of the Medicaid in California. So like there's that. There's the home. I don't know if you're familiar with California, but like billions have went to this railroad that's never been made. So that's just something that people should question, but it is what it is. I think it's being looked into now, but I think you asked me a question earlier, and I'll try to answer it.
Hold on, before you start, hold on. What did you say about California? Because I think it's really, really funny that you're talking about fraud when literally we have Republicans like Rick Scott in Florida, whose literal company was founded to engage systematic fraud of Medicaid and Medicare to the tune of $1.7 billion. Okay, Ron DeSantis in Florida, a Republican. These are people that support Trump, and Trump supports them.
Yeah, they should be in jail. Ben.
You're still the one, sir. This is my issue. Okay, this is my issue. Right? You're still supporting Donald Trump, and you're saying the issue is fraud. If you're telling me the number one issue is fraud, then I don't know why we have to just like keep pushing past this. If you're telling me your number one issue is fraud, then why are we not sitting there talking about all the fraud that the Trump has done, that the Trump administration has done, that people that Donald Trump supports and backs, all of those things? Why are we not talking about all those things? Why are you trying to, they should be in jail. You're right. Why is Donald Trump sending a whole bunch of investigators to investigate Minnesota and not Rick Scott and Ron DeSantis? Why is Donald Trump sending a whole bunch of federal agents to that? Why is he pardoning freaking 40 plus people that have committed fraud?
I can't answer that question, honestly.
Because he's a fraudster and does not care about fraud. That's the answer. Because he's a con man who not only doesn't care about fraud at all, but in some ways probably enjoys it because he's a fraudster.
Well, I don't know what he's been charged with fraud, but I think that the fact that like we're looking into it, we're trying, because the American economy is the best economy in the world for many reasons. But if money's being stolen and it's leaving, and then all this being wasted, it's like it's really bad, like for the future of everybody, right? But we don't have to talk about fraud. I'm not a one-issue voter. I don't think anyone should be.
Yeah, but before we move on to fraud, and I'll let you move on, that's totally fine. I would be wanting to escape this also. But Donald Trump is literally stealing money from the American taxpayers. It's not even fraud anymore, which is the crazy part. It's almost just like direct stealing. Like he literally like is suing the American taxpayer and deciding how much the American taxpayer directly pays him. I don't even know if that's fraud. Like, is it considered fraud if he just tells you that he's stealing right out of your pocket and then he just steals? Like, I don't even know.
Are you talking about tax?
No, I'm talking about the fact that he freaking sued the Justice Department for U.S. taxpayer money and then freaking settled the entire thing himself. Now he's suing the IRS for U.S. taxpayer money to the tune of $10 billion. He's suing you and me to pay him $10 billion.
Well, I mean, he's won a lot of lawsuits, so I don't know, like, how are you going to answer that? But
just seems like something that would be interesting to somebody who doesn't like fraud. But all right, what else you want to talk about?
Well, if he's either, trust me, it's going to be a serious court case. He's either going to win it or he's going to lose it. You know, like, I don't know.
What's the best interest of the American people when the U.S. Well, first of all, the first one he settled and he got to decide whether he settled it or not. So it never even went to court. He literally sued himself and then settled with himself for money. So it never even went to fucking court to decide it. Second of all, okay, you think it's okay that if the U.S. president sues the American taxpayer, that just goes to court, and if he wins the case, you're cool with just paying him money? The president of the United States, you're willing to just pay him $10 billion if he wins it? Dude, they'll just settle it. It won't go to court because he's in charge of the people that he's suing. Okay? He's in charge of the people he's suing. Okay? If he sues the U.S. government, he's in charge of the U.S. government, so he gets to decide whether they settle outside of court to pay him.
I would say that's speculation, and we won't know until
it's already happened.
But I think
it's already happened.
I think there's serious people on both sides that if like,
it's already happened.
I mean,
it's already happened. It's not we see. It's not we will see. It's already happened. It's done. This isn't speculative. Okay? This is history.
Is there anything good you can say about Trump? Like,
why do I need to find something good about Trump? Why?
Well, I think it's good to understand all sides. Like, you've opened me up to think about some things because I didn't have answers because a lot was happening. But I mean, how do you feel about the Saudi Arabia deal that Trump made for defense? And like, we got like, you know, $1 trillion or $1 billion. I think it was like $1 billion it ended up being after. So
no, we didn't.
How do you feel about
where did we get that money?
Like within the first 5 months of him being president, he locked in a deal with Saudi Arabia that involves AI and a defense deal for Saudi Arabia. And
you mean the part where we sell them a bunch of our freaking our highly volatile and national security chips that our security agency has specifically said will almost definitely ends up in the hands of our biggest enemies like China? Not a fan.
Well, I haven't heard that side of it, but I'm just saying is like we got over, you know, $1 billion. So.
No, we didn't get shit. Defense contractors got a whole bunch. Raytheon, Boeing, they got freaking almost $1 billion. We didn't get shit. He just agreed for our freaking defense contractors to sell them money. That's it. You and I don't get a motherfucking thing.
Do you know why America is one of the greatest countries? This is one reason. Based on the location that we are, we have transports on both sides of the country, and obviously our military. But the whole Greenland situation, like a lot of people who don't understand like the war side of things or stuff like that, like that's actually really important for the safety of the world and America, right? So
crazy pivot. What would us taking Greenland make us more secure than we already are?
Defense from.
We already have an agreement with Greenland
countries.
that we can build as many military bases on the island as we want to. We've had the agreement for decades.
I mean, that's to my knowledge. I know there's like other things there and minerals and stuff like that, but I think that the biggest thing is defense, and hopefully we never need to use it. But I guess I'm just saying is like, do you see those types of things where like, I swear to God, man, like, but when Biden was president, like he was barely doing press conferences. He wasn't all there. Like you would never see him like rarely do a press conference, and they tried to end it really quick, and he'd be reading shit. But Trump just goes off the cuff and he does live press conferences every day.
And sounds like a complete fucking moron every single day. Literally, it has gotten boring clipping all the dumb shit that he fucking says. Literally, that's how bad it's gotten. It's gotten so bad that it's literally boring clipping every single thing that Donald Trump says or does. That's fucking ridiculous. He says the stupidest, most idiotic shit that if you heard a dementia patient say, you'd probably be like, well, this is the end. Like they're gone. Like we held on as long as we could, but you know, this is just the end. And we're listening to the president of the United States and but the problem is that half the people don't even report on it because it doesn't even get clicks anymore and people don't even like hearing about it because it's so common that it's ridiculous. There is nothing that Biden said throughout his entire fucking presidency that's a third of the way bad as what Donald Trump says in any individual press conference that he does. He doesn't make any fucking sense. The guy has completely sundowned and lost his entire mind every single fucking day. Every single fucking day. Like it literally, like I, as somebody who, you know, who makes content and does this every day, like literally, like I just see new videos of Donald Trump just saying insane shit and I just keep going because I'm like, there's not even a point in listening to it because if y'all haven't figured out the fact that dude has fucking frontal lobe dementia yet, I don't know what to fucking tell ya. Like the dude's lost his whole fucking mind.
I would assume that you didn't watch the State of the Union where he just spoke straight for a very long time.
He did not speak straight. He spoke one line, then backed up, let people fucking clap for about fucking 2 minutes, and then came up and said one line. He read off a teleprompter 99% of the time.
I guess we have different perspectives.
It's not a perspective. Did you not see the teleprompter in front of him?
Well, I saw it from just watching it on YouTube, but like
even on YouTube, you can see the teleprompter. There's actually multiple teleprompters. There's actually multiple teleprompters all the way around, and he was reading it. He would literally walk up and he would read one line off the teleprompter, look like he was about to fall over, back up, and then they would clap for a bit, and then he would go back up and read one line off the fucking teleprompter, and then come right, like that's all he was doing. He was literally hanging over the podium. He was holding onto the podium like he was fucking Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic, and if he let go of it, he was gonna drown. He was holding on like the whole thing, dude. Didn't even look right. His skin tone was all fucking wrong. The dude literally looked like he was like this far away from like leaving this mortal plane, dude. The dude was fucking half gone the whole time. He made that was such a bad fucking speech. It made Joe Biden's debate look good. And Joe Biden's debate was fucking horrible. Joe Biden looked like a fucking 22-year-old in that debate in comparison to Donald Trump at the State of the Union.
I mean, it's really interesting to hear like a different perspective because like
this isn't a perspective, dude. I can pull it up on the fucking screen. Like I can just play it. Like what are you talking about? I can pull it up on the screen.
So if what you said was accurate, how did you feel about Joe Biden basically his entirety of being president?
He was too old to be president and still did a whole lot more than Donald Trump ever did.
I mean, from what I understand, what Trump's been able to do in the first like 7 months was like more. I mean, he was already president before, so he kind of already had
what did he
place,
do?
But I mean, I could pull up my computer, but I mean,
if you don't know that it wasn't that great.
Well, I think a lot of people see things and like, oh, okay, and then they move on with their day, you know. But you asked me why I'm a Trump supporter, and I'm trying to give you some reasons, and one would be that I feel like he's doing a lot of good stuff, and I don't think he's racist. I've never seen I have friends of many like diverse backgrounds who are Trump supporters, And it's not like none of them have ever said, "Oh, he's racist." Trust me, I've heard the claim, but I've seen clips where people take things out of context and blast it, and then I've actually seen the full clips, like the whole, like Obama during the last election even said it in front of thousands of people. He brought back the good, the good things on both sides, and literally painted it in front of thousands of people and millions watching, that Trump said something that was yada yada yada. But if you watch the full clip, he condones them. And also right now,
he was asked
the Democrat Party donating to the KKK. They just got caught.
First of all, that's not the Democratic Party.
Donating.
You think the Southern Poverty Law Center is the Democratic Party? Do you not know the difference between the Southern Poverty Law Center and the Democratic Party?
I would say it's Democratic. That's my opinion. You're right. I'm generalizing.
The reason why people consider them Democratic is because they go after hate groups.
I mean, I think all hate groups are bad, but I mean,
well, that's what the Southern Poverty Law Center does, is they go after hate groups. That's all they do. Is they literally go after freaking hate groups. That's their job. They're not Democratic or Republican. They go after hate groups. If you consider them Democratic, that's because you think that the hate groups are Republican, and you're fucking right. You are 100% right. You nailed that right on the fucking head. Right?
Where can I ask you where political violence has happened coming from the right?
Yeah, because the Department of Justice released a memo like just a few months ago that they had to retract because it pissed off Donald Trump. But that's okay. It's still online, and we all saw it first, where they saw this since 2016. 70% of the political violence that has happened in the United States has happened from the right. That was the Department of Justice released in Trump's fucking Trump's presidency. But if you want specific examples, January 6th is a fucking great one, where over 140 Capitol police officers were injured, resulting in multiple deaths of Capitol police officers and threats to hang the vice president of the United States and to kill senators. If you want more specific things, Melissa Hortman in Minnesota was killed by a rogue fucking MAGA person who killed her and her husband in their bed while they're asleep, and tried to kill another freaking Democratic representative for the state of Minnesota. Nancy Pelosi's husband was almost killed when they broke into his house and they hit him over his head. We can talk about fucking, I mean, like we can go. Josh Shapiro's house was freaking set on fire. Luckily he wasn't in there, but they tried to assassinate him while doing that. Like, those are just some quick ones off the top of my head.
Look, you're a sharp guy. You got a lot of knowledge, and that's why we're talking. That's why you're opening up the opportunity for people to talk. I guess one thing I'd like to know is, do you support or approve of political violence? Yes or no?
Of course not.
Okay, thank you.
What do you mean, thank you? You guys are the ones doing all of it. What are you talking about? You guys, what do you mean, thank you? You guys are the ones doing all of it. Donald Trump literally called for the hanging of Democratic senators. You understand that, right? Donald Trump said, like, literally posted something posted online calling for the hanging of Democratic senators. That's what the guy you support.
Well, that would be a threat. I don't know if it was a metaphor. I don't know exactly what he said, but I've seen a lot of shit from, I'm not personally doing this, and I see a lot on the left too, like fucking Gavin Newsom's trolling people. Like, it's honestly like,
show me one time where Gavin Newsom trolled somebody by calling for the execution and hanging of Republican politicians in the United States. I'll wait. Or anything even in the ballpark, even something even close to comparable.
I think I'm trying to generalize the party and you're trying to generalize the party. But the other night, like you saw on that talk show where he said like the millennia would look like an expected widow or whatever. Like, that to me was pretty fucked up. But you would never say that about like Michelle Obama or anyone you would never say that. So I thought that was pretty
Jimmy
fucked up.
Kimmel. That has nothing to do with a single Democratic Republican politician. He said that.
It's left.
He said that before anything happened to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and there's literally Donald Trump on tape making the exact same joke years prior.
I think it's just like grab the popcorn.
No.
Right?
I need you to hear the words that I just said. Donald Trump is on tape saying the exact same joke years prior. He was talking to some rich buddy of his. Okay, he was talking to some rich buddy of his, and he made a joke about like after he was like after he had gone through like I think he had a heart attack or something like that, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's surprising your wife is still here. You know, a lot of the wives wouldn't still be here. They'd be pretty much like waiting for you to go so they can get your inheritance." He literally made the exact same joke years prior. But but that's the difference. When Donald Trump makes it,
I think that's
it's
different.
totally that's exactly the joke that fucking Jimmy Kimmel made.
No,
That's exactly
what he was saying
it's
was like,
comedy, and the fact that you guys freaking the people that supposedly are like that they're like, oh, the left gets butthurt about everything that we say suddenly are just butthurt as hell about a comedian making jokes is sad.
how would Kamala Harris have done better?
Kamala Harris could have gotten elected and sat down on both of her thumbs for 4 years and been a better president.
I see. I think.
But nice pivot again.
Disagree.
I'm getting whiplash over here.
Wait, you can bring up the subject, and if I'm able to answer it, I'll answer it. I just wanted to know. Like, it sounds like you did like she wasn't really like voted by the people anyway. She was kind of thrown in because of donation money.
Wrong.
Nobody else had the donation budget.
Wrong. And even if she was like, I think that's like the dumbest thing. Like, really, where it gets me the most. Like, let's just say she was thrown in. Let's just say that's the truth. It's not the truth. It's not even close to the truth, right? But let's pretend that it is the truth for just a second. Okay, we're just gonna pretend that it's true. Even if it was true, why would you still vote for a worse person because of that? If she's more qualified and a better person to be president, why would you still not vote for that person, even if the only reason that they were in is because somebody dropped out, and so they were the only person that could do it due to donation money, right? Even if that was the only reason, right? And again, it's not. But if we just pretended that it was, right? Even if that was the reason, she's still more qualified. She's still a better presidential candidate. Why would you still not vote for the better candidate, the better person, okay? Just because, I think that because Biden dropped out, they kind of put her in because there was nobody else. Even if that was the case, she was still better. She was still better. Who cares?
Because Trump was already president, he knew a lot of shit. He was really good at it before. I don't think that she was the better president.
How was he good at it before?
It would have taken her months to learn.
How was he good at it before?
I don't think she would have had respect.
How was he good at it before?
Sorry, what?
You said he was a president before and he was good at it. How was he a good president before?
I mean, the economy was doing good.
What did he do for the economy? It was literally headed to a recession before COVID, and then COVID hit, and it hit a recession. He left the country with freaking minus 2 million jobs. Joe Biden had 3 times the fucking job growth that he had, and that's if you don't count fucking COVID recovery jobs or COVID lost jobs. Literally every policy that he fucking had that had a good economy was all just Barack Obama policies that carried over into his presidency. That's fucking it. He didn't have a single policy that helped anybody unless you're the ultra rich or top 1% or a large corporation in the United States. That is the only people that were helped by anything in the freaking Tax Cuts and Jobs Act in his first term. That's it. Everybody else suffered. We had a shrinking of the middle class. We had a freaking rise in unemployment, just like we're seeing right now.
I'm sure I could open up or search on ChatGPT or whatever and ask like, what are some of Trump's achievements in 2016? I definitely have them somewhere. If you said it, I'm like, oh yeah. I think it's just, I like to see if there's anything that you'd say good about him, but you said that, Kamala Harris doing nothing for 4 years would be better than that. I think I disagree on that. Like, I don't think that, in my opinion, like, I think it worked out the way it did. I just don't think Kamala would have been a better president for very many reasons. I don't think I could go into it, but I think she was supposed to be the border czar. The border
No, she wasn't. She was never the border czar.
Well, Biden, there's a clip. There's literally a clip where Biden calls her the border czar.
No, there's not.
I literally would bet my life on it.
Then
Like,
you
can
will
find
then you will not be on this mortal plane with us anymore. I would not advise that bet.
I've seen it. Like, unless it was
No, you have
AI,
not, sir. I have been doing this for 2.5 years now. 2.5 long years. And a good 100 of you have said that this clip exists. And I have dared 100 people to find me this clip, right? And it does not exist. I have literally, apparently I've never seen it. Apparently there was some doctored clip about it, but no one has been able to bring up to me a singular clip showing that this ever happened, okay? It didn't happen. Not only did it not happen, I got so many fucking articles saying that it never happened. The reason why it's so easy to see it never happens because it's really, and this is the thing where we, like, common sense is so much of a fun thing, right? Common sense is so great, right? Because we've never had a czar in the history of the United States. Never. We've never once had a czar, right? Ever in the history of the United States. And now all of a sudden you think that a president just decided to make a czar out of nowhere. That's what you think.
I think that immigration was
That's not what I asked you. You think that a president in 250 years of this country existed, we've never had a czar. We've never had a single czar of anything, period. And you think all of a sudden, like just out of nowhere, Biden was like, you know what we need? A fucking czar.
I think that they let the borders open, which the evidence
I'm
shows.
not asking you about whether you think the border is open. I am asking you a direct question. Answer the question.
I don't know what you're asking me, honestly. What are you asking?
Why would all of a sudden someone just decide that we have czars in this country?
Let me see. I don't know. I have to ChatGPT this one. Let me see.
Oh my God. You have to chat GPT a common sense question?
Well, I guess so.
Oh my fuck yeah. Sir, only Russia has czars. We don't have czars in this country. Sure, go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and look? Why don't you chat GPT it? Why not? Have fun. Go for it. I got, whatever. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. If you guys want to support the live, first of all, thank you guys so much for the hat and mustaches. We've already hit like 7 of those over there. I really appreciate that. Dana and Truth and Benji and Christine and Emoji Man. Thank you guys. I might have missed some people in there too, but thank you so much. We're like 7 of the way through the 10, so that's really awesome. So I really appreciate that. If you guys would like to support the live, again, I have super chat, super stickers, pay links in the bio. 3 more three more hat and mustaches over there to go. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Also, Karamos, thank you so, or Karamos, thank you, Karamos, I don't even know how I'm supposed to say it. Thank you so much to the fine arts. The American economy isn't even the best economy in America. The fuck?
It's insane.
So American economy isn't even the best in America. That's actually kind of true, which is kind of crazy. All right, so what do I have to argue on ChatGPT?
Well, no, I was confused what you meant by czar, because like I didn't understand it fully to the technical term. I think my frustration and emotion came from the fact that our border let loose, and then there was a clip that I saw you claim isn't out there where Biden said in some speech that she's the border czar, but the reality of it is that the Tom Holman or whatever, who was under multiple presidents, even Obama, said like he would know better than anyone that like, look, this was open. Some argue there's conspiracies, or some argue that the reason why Democrats open the borders is to basically change
it's not
the
open,
census.
and you're trying to pivot, and I'm not having it. Okay, you're trying to pivot. Kamala Harris was not a border czar. Okay, She was not the border czar. This is right wing propaganda fucking bullshit, and I can prove it to you. And I don't want to hear you freaking like pivot because this is ridiculous. Okay, I'll prove it to you because Republicans had the House of Representatives under Biden, right? They had the majority in the House of Representatives, and they decided they were going to impeach someone, right? They wanted to impeach someone to try to because of how bad the border was. And you know who they decided to impeach? Secretary Mayorkas. Right? They decided to impeach Secretary Mayorkas for the problems at the border. The reason why they impeached Secretary Mayorkas is because Secretary Mayorkas is the Secretary of Homeland Security. And the Secretary of Homeland Security's job is the southern border. It's not the vice president's job because we already have seen the Constitution, and the vice president has no authority at the southern border unless given it specifically by the president. Secretary Mayorkas was in charge of the southern border. We knew it. The Republicans knew it. The Democrats knew it. Everybody knew it the whole time. And then all of a sudden, when Kamala Harris goes to run for president, then all of a sudden there's all of this news from a year prior where Joe Biden calls her the freaking border czar, which never existed until she started running for president. Okay, and then Fox News started repeating it because they're a propaganda network and blah 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 yada yada yada, right? And that whole thing. But she was not the border czar. Okay, she actually did a lot to improve the immigration system in the United States. Funny enough. Okay, so you're not proving anything by doing this. Even if you say that you didn't like the border under Biden, doesn't prove anything with Kamala Harris or why she wasn't a better candidate.
I think, again, there's a lot to talk about. You asked me a question earlier. I just asked ChatGPT. I said 10 things that Trump did that were good in 2020 his first term.
Sir, ChatGPT literally told someone that building a shit on a stick business was a good idea and to invest $30,000 in it.
Okay, well, I say ChatGPT because it's easier for people to understand.
No, because I don't want to sit here and argue ChatGPT. This is crazy. This is crazy.
I have agentic AI systems that do much crazier deep research. I think there's a lot of things that he did that were positive, like energy production independence. So like if you could say,
we were more energy independent under Joe Biden than we had been in 70 years. And we had the highest level of oil production under Joe Biden that we'd had in the history of the United States. And we became the #1 oil producing country in the world under the Joe Biden administration.
Here's what I'll say. I have a family member. We completely disagree on politics. He's not a fan of Trump at all.
Doesn't sound like you're a fan of Trump, sir. You just don't know enough to freaking know whether you're a fan or not.
But he says what Trump's doing in Iran or Iran is really good. But
dude, I can't handle another pivot, bro. This is crazy. I can't handle.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about one thing besides every single time I fucking like it literally at this point feels like you're reading a script that I'm just arguing against ChatGPT. It doesn't even sound like literally you bring up a point and then I prove how that point is complete bullshit and makes absolutely no sense. And then you just in middle of the point, you just jump to the next thing. And then you've done it like 7 times, bro. And it's like
I'm trying to understand.
It's just like annoying. You don't want to learn anything. You just want to pivot next thing until just like you're not trying to debate anything. You're not trying to argue anything. You're not trying to learn anything. You're not trying to have a conversation about anything. You don't seem to listen to anything that I'm just saying. You're just moving one thing on the other. And just after a while, dude, it just gets really dry and boring to just sit there and just listen to it, bro.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say. That's fair. We can talk about what you want. Aside from politics, which does actually affect politics, I think the most important thing right now, everyone, including yourself, if not already, should focus on is AI, because who knows where the fuck this shit's going to go in a few years, pardon my French, with how, I think no matter who's president, millions of people are going to lose their jobs, and you have to get up on AI. So, whether it's the Democratic president next, AI, is going to mess up the economy or it's going to make it better for certain people. I mean, Elon Musk has even suggested the potential outcome of there being some type of socialistic, way, but maybe because things are easier to get done, it's different. Who knows? Everything could change. We're looking at like the future of what
Now we're
might
on
come
AI.
because
I
of
don't know what to
AI.
say.
What's up?
Nothing. Anyways, you have a good one, okay?
You as well. Thank you.
I did a pretty good job debating fucking Chat GPT for a fucking hour. Holy shit, bro. That is wild when I'm just debating Chat GPT or... Yes, he said he had an advanced AI, so he had a... He had Grok, that's what he was saying. Dude, you just tell dude just like literally just like... Oh, I didn't even realize that. Dude literally just sits on fucking Twitter all day. Chat GPT Plus, that's his super advanced AI. Melvin, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, our country's biggest problem, Trump supporters, white supremacy, which allows the institution of racism to be woven into the fabric of our country. Amen to that, Melvin. 100%. Amen to that. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. Thank you so much. And Shush said, I think the guest is on Twitter way too much. Also curious about what this guy's job is. His job is to sit on Twitter too much, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure his job is sitting on Twitter and watching videos. I'm not sure. Thank you so much, Shush. I appreciate you. All right, I think I'm going to call it a night, y'all. I have been on live for like a total like 5 hours tonight, so I'm pretty, or today, so I'm pretty tired. I will be, oh shoot, if I'm on, I will be on late tomorrow because I have dadly duties. I have dadly duties tomorrow, so I'll be on, if I'm on, it'll be on late. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support and for all the love. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye.